I've never done a train. Lol. So yeah, starting the chat with redacted. Let's get sushi tomorrow at 8. We'll wear black and white. If you're lucky, we'll get carnivorous after. Tongue emoji. Yeah, he stuck a little panda emoji there too. Oh, he's so cutesy. He's so fun. We're gonna have so much fun together. Right before I pressure you into bad decisions because I paid $40 for sushi. He says, you didn't communicate or make a decision. I guess you're not goofy or adventurous. See, he's trying to put on airs. He's trying to become this person that he's really not. I fucking see you. Like, I out of 2 emojis, I read your soul. Do you understand? That makes you an emotionally immature hypocrite with 5 red flags, according to your own standards. Shrug emoji. I wish I could see OP's bio, if she's pointing out red flags or what. Honestly, if you didn't want to go on the date, you could just say that. That would be fine. Thought I was too forward? You have lingerie pics, devil emoji, and figuring out my dating on your profile. I've got more than enough green flags and women in my DMs to respectfully give you the reality check you deserve. Middle finger emoji laughing with tears. Bro, you're really out here trying too hard, you know that, right? Now go find another fuckboy and wallow in your own misery some more. I'm so sick of entitled women who can't even provide half of what they ask for. Damn, he really is like just super mad about it. She didn't want to get sushi. What the fuck is wrong with you? Unmatched when you read this. I haven't unmatched only because you deserve to hear it. Okay, well here's something that you deserve to hear. You're an entitled individual. Nobody owes you their fucking time or attention. Throwing a little bitch boy baby fit about it makes me only feel justified that I made the right choice, okay? Anyway, OP finally responds and says, sorry, I work overnight and my dog got put down. Wasn't really thinking about dating apps. Yeah, that's a good excuse. Is he gonna wind it back? No, he's in too deep now. You really think I'm that fucking stupid? You have a cat. You respond right away when I call you on your BS. Have fun collecting matches like baseball cards. I don't mess with lies, excuses, or hypocrites. If your dog actually died, like, I'm pretty sorry to hear that, but I have enough self-respect to not even want to bang you anymore. Yes, not wanting to bang essentially what's a random stranger. That's a good amount of self-respect right there. Your whole shit's fucked up, man. Like, if you had any self-respect, you probably wouldn't be on the dating apps. I understand it's an easy way to try and whatever, but I don't think there's truly anybody worth meeting on there. If there is, she gets snatched off there in like a day. You gotta have cosmic luck. My wife was literally on dating apps for like 2 days. Like, yeah, I got lucky. What do you want? I don't think the vast majority of interactions on dating apps are good. Although, my perspective's probably skewed by shit like this. Anyway, he says, you're on here for attention. And OP says, attend to these nuts, bitch. She says, suck it, you immature a-hole. Okay. Alright, settle down there, kids. Well, we don't need to do all that. I do like that the D's nuts came out of left field, you know. Essentially, OP said nothing while he stood there and like showed his whole ass. I know you think you're making yourself look awesome. You're making this entire situation better, but you ain't. I gotta be real honest with you and say this is not the way to go, friend. She didn't want to take sushi. Okay, no sushi. That's fine. If you got so many matches, I don't think you'd be taking it this hard, personally. We'll get the Gummonses in here nice and early, I think, and see what they think about this post.
Me see whole meltdown in 4K. This man start like, let's get sushi, and end like, I diagnose you with hypocrisy. Bro, this is not dating. This is a PowerPoint presentation on why he alone. Gubbins.
Yeah, we called all that out. You can't see the problems within yourself. I hope he stumbles on this video. I hope it really makes him question his existence. How about you, Dark One? What did you think about all that?
He doesn't want love. He wants submission. When she laughs, it wounds him. When she ignores, it unmasks him. This is the final form of a man who confuses boundaries with insults. May he one day meet self-awareness in the alley behind his dignity. Dark Gubbins.
The alley behind his dignity? That's like, it's like the Twilight Zone or something. That's in the fucking back rooms. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I do think it would have been nice for OP to respond, to be like, I'm not interested, but you don't have to. You really don't have to, and all you can do is control your response, whether she does or doesn't. And this guy did not control himself at all. Fucking flew off the handle for no reason. Look at you. You're a fucking mess. Get it together. Anyway, let's go ahead and move into another post. See how it goes. It's Mark, everybody.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And OP asks if something's closed, and he says, tree remo. Tree removal? Okay. I do that and want a cuddle companion. OP says, lol, cuddles to keep warm in the depths of winter. And he says, yeah, it's approaching. You should come over. And OP says, I'm gonna give you a little piece of advice here. Before you start inviting women over and talking about cuddles, maybe show a little interest in them as people. Good luck out here. He says, first off, I have the Old Testament to read to you, and secondly, I can cook. Okay. Well, it sounds like I just dodged a huge fucking red flag. Thanks for letting me know nice and early, Mark. That was like good advice from OP, you know? I ask all the time, don't you want to walk around in her brain a little bit? Does that part not matter to you at all? I guess it doesn't to Mark. It's been made very clear, and by that I mean transparent. Completely fucking transparent individual. I wish he'd disappear for good. I can make him go away though. So goodbye, Mark. Goodbye! Here we've got some life advice from people who are clearly failing at life. He says, nice men get used and cheated on. Men that don't give a shit will always have an advantage over you weak-ass dudes. Who do you think these bitches be cheating on you soft-ass dudes with? Ha 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 ha. Just making believe that anybody's even interested slightly. Sure. Alright, whatever. But somebody agreed and they said, yeah, when you're genuinely a good and nice guy, your best bet is to avoid black women. Oh, now it wasn't really about race before, but yeah, he just come out and said it. Tell me how you really feel. You're guaranteed to get used, played, and cheated on, even if they fuck with you at all. They don't like nice guys or good men, and everyone knows it. Even a broken woman will only fuck with a good man long enough to get her shit back together. Then she'll crap on him, go right back to the type of dumbass dude that broke her stupid heart. What? Like, if that's your experience, that is sad, you know? But most of the relationships I've been in turn out relatively well. I think that's because I don't just hop into it. I'm scouting it out for a few months, like, who are you actually? If you're just like hollering at chicks at, I don't know, the fucking mall or wherever people do that now, the club. Like, of course, she didn't give a shit about you, you didn't give a shit about her. It's like a two-way street, you know? Talk to me a decade in, tell me how you feel about it, but probably he won't ever get a decade in because he points at everybody else and says, they're broken, when really you're you're fucking crumbled, dude. You're cooked as shit. Anyway, don't waste your time, my dudes. They have the highest childbirth rate and lowest marriage rate for a reason. 100 emoji. Why do black women get dunked on? That seems unfair. The girl that I dated before my wife was black, and we had a good time together, like kind of toxic and drunk way too often, but yeah, it was a good time, I think. Pretty sure she cheated on me one time though. I didn't care enough to even dig into it. I was checked out of the relationship, and then she left for a summer camp job, and I was like, yeah, just stay there. And that's how the breakup happened. However, the difference between me and this guy is my one experience isn't gonna have me be like, yeah, I verify the veracity of this post is proven. No, it's not. There's a lot of fucking different people out there, and they do things for a lot of different reasons. Like I said, I was checked out of that relationship. I was probably checked out before she even cheated. Whatever the fuck. Who cares? It's a ridiculous post. It's a ridiculous premise. Why would you say these things on the internet? Cause you got hurt by a black chick one time. Well, I'm sorry about that little buckaroo. You know, chin up. You'll get him next time or some shit. I sort of want the gubbins in here, but no, that's fine. Well, we're gonna keep it pushing for now. Okay, this was short, but it's pretty good. He says, Chris here. You texted me earlier. I know I don't mean anything to you, but you mean something to me. And you'd be doing a tremendous favor by giving me a second chance. No reply. Kill yourself, then, you fat broke bitch! He came hat in hand. And then she's like, and he threw his hat on the ground. Stomped all over it. Cut off his nose to spite his face. He couldn't even hold it together for more than one message. It's fucking crazy. Speed running delusion. Let's get into another one. This guy's from South Bend, Indiana, which, as we all know, amazing place. The entire town is essentially just the back rooms. No, I didn't even remember South Bend, Indiana existed. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Indianans. This is Danny. He says, "Hi, I'm Danny. Nice to meet you. Not here to be saying vulgar things. I have respect. It makes me sick how guys talk to women like trash. I'm a hopeless romantic." Oh, yeah. That's what they all say to start, isn't it? OP says, well, a simple hello would have sufficed. Haha. Why the man-hating? Because he thinks he'll win some fucking extra points by dunking on his own gender. What he's really doing there is projecting his own inner thoughts and trying to mask them as hard as he can. I see through you, Danny. Like I said, I'm fucking sight beyond sight over here. And OP too, apparently. Danny says, I just don't send women my dog. I'm so sick of women talking about it. Men are garbage. OP says, yikes. Bye. Dude, that's so perfect. I wish that was the end of the conversation. That would be a good post in and of itself. And we would have learned a valuable lesson that day. Well, all of us watching. Probably not Danny. He don't seem the learning sort. That's all I'm saying. He says, you are done. And OP says, 100%. And he says, I want a lady, not a cum dumpster. And she says, Lamau. Yeah, he's so respectful, dude. If that's what you are, then screw you, bitch. OP says, yeah, I respect women until they reject me. And then he sends a poster. What is this? That really sent the message home. I found this on Google and now I'm sending it to you. That's how mad I am. Okay, well, OP just doesn't want you to dunk on 50% of the population. And you know, I think it's a rare case when people go to bat for men. So, good on you, OP, you know? She probably has a dad or brother that she respects, you know? Sees how dudes can actually be. And it's good to know, because then you can spot the red flags from 1,000 miles out. You're just like, yeah, I'm not gonna do any of that. The self-hatred, self-aggrandizement, that's so 2010, dude. You gotta get over that shit. I wanna get the Gubbinses in here and see how they feel about this one. It went 0 to 100, didn't it?
Me call this one Sir Respectful the Rejected. He entered chat like knight in shining, I'm not like other guys armor, and the second his ego stubbed toe, bam, he morphed into sewer goblin screeching, come dumpster. Truly a speed run from gentleman to gremlin. Gubbins.
Please don't repeat those words. He could use it, but he's a nasty individual, okay? We don't need to sully our lips with such talk. How about you, Dark One? Generally, you're a bit more eloquent. Let's see.
His chivalry was never virtue, only camouflage. The politeness, the pity, the hopeless romantic talk, all just perfume overwrought. When she didn't worship him, the mask slid and the hate came bubbling out raw and hungry. He doesn't respect women. He resents them for existing beyond his control. Dark Gubbins.
Who fucking cooked. He resents them for existing beyond his control. Yeah, that's all I want. I'm a hopeless romantic. And by that, I mean I want to control your every thought and movement. Okay. Well, fucking good luck out there, buddy. What an absolute dumpster fire. But it's beautiful. You love to see it. We'll go ahead and get into another one. Our next nice guy says, hey, wanna hang out sometime next week? We could grab dinner or drinks, whatever you want. Whatever you want. You're giving away the power too early. First message, you're already fucking simping. OP says, well, hi. If I'm being honest, I don't see this going anywhere, but you're a nice guy and I'd like to be friends. He says, do you seriously think that I would want to be friends with you? No guy wants to be friends with a beautiful woman. What? Why not? That's a ludicrous statement. What are you talking about? You think you're so untouchable and out of everyone's league, but you're not. Get over yourself. All I did was ask nicely and you can't even give me a shot. I did everything right. I ended up spending over $300 that night and didn't even get anything in return, but like, yeah, you're pretty, but that doesn't give you the right to treat men like trash. You definitely get off on rejecting men. Yeah, $300. Maybe you shouldn't have spent the $300 if you were expecting to get something out of it, okay? I don't know what to tell you. I threw my money away and now I'm mad about it. Well, fucking cry me a river. I literally have nothing else to say. We had a nice time. Was that not worth $300 to you? I'd say it's unfortunate that OP, decided that he was more friend material, but at least she was upfront about it, The classiest move would be like, what, you want half of it back? Send him $150? Now you ain't got nothing on me. Shut up. But I don't know. Probably it's better to hang on to the $150. Chalk this one up as a life lesson, buddy boy. He won't. He never does. Far be it from him to have any sort of self-reflection. Whatever. I guess we'll get into another post. Our next poster said, because we all know men dropping unsolicited photos in our DMs translates to a healthy, loving relationship. And then the nice guy pops in and says, y'all can go fuck yourselves, TBH. Spent years messaging fucking femcels and FA women, only for you to treat me like I'm some goddamn plague. Never any hint of disrespect. I just want some conversation and to get to know them. Women don't give a shit. Lonely, but ignore all the men who actually want to connect. Pieces of trash. Well, maybe you shouldn't call them pieces of trash if you wanted to connect. That's generally a bad way to go. You're starting off on the wrong foot there, buddy boy. I will say that, women are a bit more trepidatious when it comes to opening new relationships, I think. And that's for good reason. Like, you've proven the point. I don't know if you realize it, but they clocked you right on. They're like, I should not interact with this person. Wow, they were right the entire time. If you legitimately were lonely and trying to get to know somebody, then I am sorrowful for you. I feel a lot of sympathy there. The thing is, though, I don't think you were just trying to have a conversation. Why is it important that they're femcels? They're women, you see? You could just have a conversation with your buddy. Don't you want to have a conversation with your buddy? He's like, no, I can't fuck my buddy. I mean, you could, but whatever. That's another road. We're not talking about that today. Really, really strange and salty post, but what else do we expect from nice guys? We'll keep it moving. This nice guy comes, like, completely out of left field. I don't know if they've had an interaction before this one. But he says, how many bodies do you have? And OP says, yeah, wild question, bro. That is so out of the blue. So probably, yeah, previous conversation. But still, wild question. Also, 69 messages, nice. Although I think the current meme is 6'7". If you got walk up to your kids. You got kids? Tell them 6'7", and they'll fucking freak out. 6'7"! I don't know what it means. It's terrible. Only if your kids have seen the same brain rot shit that mine have, I guess. He just says, my bad, I'm drunk, but like, how many? Or did you lose count? She says, none of your business. Bro, I don't think you're ready to take that ride, okay? Sometimes you don't want to open the box and look what's in, That's a barrel of fish that you can't put the monkeys back in, you know what I'm saying? He says, that's what I thought. And she says, well, why the heck are you asking? And he says, because you still give me pain. How do you cope with pain? Do you even know what it's like to actually lose a best friend? Oh, did you guys like bone it out? Now it's kind of weird between you. The friendship dissolved. Happens all the time. Just Yeah, don't blur the lines. It's good to not blur lines as far as I'm concerned. I'm just kind of grieving because of loss, and sometimes I have spiritual overload that sometimes I just gotta be human. What the fuck are you talking about? Spiritual overload. But girls like you don't know what that's like. Oh yeah, just women have no idea. Let me tell you something, fucking baby man. You know what spiritual overload is having the life of your wife and children in your hands, providing and supporting for them. You know what I mean? That's the only part of the experience that still gives me spiritual overload. You're just like fucking high school things, like, oh, I put it in you and I wanted to do it again, but you didn't, or whatever the fuck is going on here. Who cares? Who cares? Anyway, he says, I just don't understand why even in person you couldn't just say you're lost and just admit that you're human. What? He's trying to bring her to Jesus or something like that. I just gotta say, God bless. There it is. Because literally, you don't care about anything. Like 97% of the population today. Everything is literally so meaningless. The Bible says it best. Holy fuck. I mean, yeah, the Bible's definitely onto something. Allow that to bring you comfort in your time of need. And it's not a joke at all. You know, it can carry you through some of your darkest struggles. At least that's what I've found. Other people like different things, and I think that's okay too. Just don't, you know, make it weird. This guy's, he's basically making it weird. The devil just loves picking on people who have purpose. Yeah, that's why they're coming after you, dude. Don't worry about it. Fucking, you just keep your head up. You keep pushing forward. It's easy. Stop giving a shit about anything that doesn't matter, and if you really break it down, I think you'll find a lot of these things just do not matter. OP says, bro, you don't know anything about me, lol. I definitely understand loss and pain better than you could think, and I know I'm not a perfect person. I could easily admit that. I do care about things, just not guys like you. Damn, what'd he do, though? I mean, he's, you know, Christian and sort of Bible thumping towards her, but, aside from that, I guess, yeah, I don't know. It's a bit melodramatic and mopey, fucking, pity baiting the entire time. I don't know if I like the cut of his jib too much. He says, I know more than you think. Your whole personality's surrounded around an empty bottle and broken dreams. You probably slept with so many guys that you want a guy with purpose but are too scared to let go of your ways that hurt all your relationships. You love using guys as toys, because maybe that's how you were taught. I mean, I can see that he's trying to suss it out. He wants to save her or whatever, but sometimes you gotta let people sit with their own decisions. I offered you a lifeline, you didn't climb out, that's fine. Goodbye. I can't leave the lifeline here though, I gotta take it with me. I might need it later. That's why when you said after our first date, when you drink all your morals change, and when we went out again you said all you do is drink on the weekends. You don't bang on the first date, but you also don't mind having a train ran on you, cause you got that luxury, but expect guys you date to have a life. That's funny. Bro, that's something you opened up about in the first or second date? Tell me early on the first date. I can be like, okay, I'll pay for the water that I had and leave. I don't think so, dude. And the fact you're trying to bring her around, no. If she doesn't want saving, that's fine. You're not gonna fucking twist her arm into it. This is the path you chose. See how it pans out, you know? I'm going this way. We may never meet again until, you know, decade or two down the road. Facebook friend request comes in. Who is that? Oh, I vaguely remember. Denied. And OP says, lol, okay, pal, I actually don't do anything that you've just said. Oh, see? So he's just making up a bunch of shit. I'm letting him get in my mental mind. No, this guy's terrible. He's got this whole weird, like, I'm gonna save everybody narrative. Jesus put that into his head. He's like, this is my mission in life. I'm gonna prevent a train from being ran on that girl. Okay. Well, you know, that's an achievable goal. We're not shooting for the moon there. just put on your Urkel glasses and walk over and be like, hey guys, can I join? Anyway, he says, your life is so meaningless and so NPC. Yeah, not like me. The ascended Christian. I see it all. I think the first step is admitting that you don't really know shit. You've sinned too, friend, so let's not be so high and mighty, you said it all and forgot everything because you drank it all away. Wow, you're a dumb bitch. That's hilarious, dude. I mean, yeah, alcohol definitely loosens the lips and such, but I don't know if I truly believe this guy 100%. He's got like his own narrative going on for sure. She says, I only go out and drink with my girls, and I've never done a train. Lol.
Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Release the brainstorm to make your motherfucking brain warm.
But yeah, okay, you're just mad because I don't like you. That's really what it boils down to, isn't it? He just wants somebody to like him so bad. He's like, Jesus will send me the right one, and he finally got a match on the dating app or whatever. See, now I'm doing what he's doing and making up a story for him. But he got a match on the dating app after he prayed really hard about it, and he's like, oh my god, she's the one. And it's like, no, dude. It could have been like a cool, maybe casual thing if you didn't make it all weird. I'm gonna get really high and mighty and religious on you. It's like, I don't think that's a good way to go, but okay. Dude says, you did like me until I had a purpose, which scares you. What the fuck purpose are you talking about? It's really ominous, the way that you keep repeating that. You only bang loser dudes with nice bodies. That's why I can never live up to your standard. Cause I actually act on my dreams and goals while you're still in the party and club scene. Have fun is all I could say. I mean, you guys went out drinking. Was it to a bar or club? I don't know. I don't know who to believe. I'm being gaslit on all sides. OP says, nah, I had no intention of getting. And then there's something cut out there, which is pretty fucking sus if you ask me. I don't know, dude. I don't know. He's making a case. But he's also kind of insufferable in his own way. Maybe everybody could just suck here. She says, yeah, I'm also really not into the party scene, lol. But yeah, okay, pal. You're just mad I didn't want to get with you. And for good reason, because you are not a good guy. Yeah, I smell that out too, you know? He's hiding behind the religion thing. It's like, I got all these upright morals. That's only because you feel the rot deep inside of you. He says, you're right. I'm a bad guy for playing the nice guy act for so long. Honestly, you just gave me so much relief for saying you had no intention on getting with me. You really are just out here for attention then. It'd be nice if you said that, but why ruin the fun of breaking hearts? Yeah, he might have actually felt something for this chick. Put his whole shit on the line and made it weird. I don't know. I wish I was a fly on the wall. Like, I think they had a second date. It didn't completely flop. But yeah, something really weird is going on between both of them. You all need therapy. We made out only when you were drunk, but you didn't want to bang because you were banging your Chick-fil-A coworker. Plus, you had like another friend with benefits. And the friend with benefits thing was fun for me too until it was meaningless. You still hook up. And you're too afraid to admit that. You're clearly a princess, and I'm surprised you're not married yet because so many men love you. I mean, he's laying it on the line right now. He's sort of spelling out the whole story. But what I sense here is a lot of bitterness from Nice Guy, you know? Oh, so many men love you. Meanwhile, he's here, you know, swiping 2,000 people and getting maybe one text back. It's a brutal world for dudes. It's cold, it's lonely. But yeah, like I've said before, women have the opposite problem, where they're crowded all the time. And, He says, you offer so much more than your looks. I just don't know what that is, because your personality comes out when you're drunk. I mean, sometimes it's good to grease the social wheels and whatnot. A little bit of beer lubricant. He says, yes, I'm hurt. And I know you don't care, but I actually feel sorry for you. Honestly, God bless you. You're a wonderful human being, and I'm free of you because your intentions were finally clear. You don't care about life, and people need to be like you, seriously. Not caring about life? Honestly, I've said that a lot. Like, you already give a fuck about too much. I'll tell you what I care about. Wife, kids, ReddX Industries employees. They count on one hand. Anyway, OP says, yo, you really trying to call me a hoe because I wouldn't sleep with you, lol? Yeah, when I was 16, I had a friends with benefits. That was 5 years ago, man. People change. Present time? No, I don't do that with anyone because I'm not about that life like you are. That's really what it is about. He's trying to play a little game of wiggle worm. That's all. That's all that is. And all the lies and the slander, it only serves to mask his true intention, just like the religion thing. I'll be for real. I believe you, OP. maybe the only reliable narrator here. This guy's taking me on many twists and turns. So why are you scared to see your body count? OP says, you are a walking red flag. I ain't scared. It's just not your business. Yeah. Like I said, whether it was 3 or 300, it's not going to make you feel any better about your 0. Okay? He says, your business is meaningless. Your life is not worth living. I'm sorry. I would hate to have your mindset on life and be a deadbeat. I'm a red flag because I say things people, probably, are scared to say or something like that. I'm an asshole on purpose. Okay, cool. That's almost a personality too. Your life is not worth living. That's complete projection. This guy is lost in the fucking sauce. He's turned to religion to try and fix it. But it's never going to be fixed because the problem is inside. You're too busy pointing the finger at fucking everybody around you, you moron. I'm a red flag cause I'm real. I'm a red flag cause I'm weird. But I own up to all of it. I mean, yeah, if you already know that about yourself, then you're basically impenetrable. But also, we could course correct a little, like slightly less weird, not so forceful with the Bible thumping and judging others. Maybe it was just the first date that they went through. I don't remember that far back. OP says, my guy, go back to jerking it on the hub. That's the closest you'll get to being accepted. My life is actually pretty great. Well, yeah, I guess some ad hominems had to come from OP's side too, We are slinging some mud here, but I know that cuts him extra deep because he does that, like, a lot. That's all he does, aside from swiping on Tinder. Nice Guy says, yeah, getting drunk and working every day with no guys to love or friends that tell you only what you want to hear. Yeah, that sounds lit, man. I like how the hub's the one thing you can think of. You must watch it all the time after you hook up with guys with no life. You live in chaos. Your life is chaos. You want to present this version of yourself, this regimented religious man, but like just from the way you speak so disdainfully towards others, I can tell that you don't have it together at all. You really need to work on that, okay? He's not going to. He's gonna spend his time yelling at women on the internet. That'll fix it. You can't handle a man with peace and tries to live tortuously and admits to his sinful nature and doesn't hide it. It's just too boring for you to be with a Christian guy who doesn't drink or smoke or break the rules. Yeah, it sounds boring as fuck, honestly. I do like a little bit of chaos. I think everybody likes a little bit of chaos. You gotta sprinkle it in, That's what makes it flavorful. He says, you crave that mysterious fuckboy energy. It's okay that you do. That's normal. It feels peaceful, dropping that persona. Yeah, I was actually presenting you a mask this entire time. Okay, well, it's good I didn't trust you. Repeat ad nauseum for every post forever. Opie says, I don't drink every day, lol, and I actually do have friends, and I have a life. Like, everything you saying tonight is exactly why I do not like you. Yeah, he's judgmental and weird, and, will just make shit up. 2 separate things that you mentioned, he just mushes them together in his stupid brain, because that's what fits his fucking savior complex course, he misses the point completely and only asks her back, so, you don't believe in God? I believe in God. OP says, I don't crave that. Like, I want a genially good guy, which you are not. Yeah, you talk down about people, you're just all fucking, you're in your own shit, alright? Get it figured out, thanks so much. Where the heck did you even get that from? He says, that's all I need to know. Bye. She says, I actually do believe in God, but okay, bro. Personally, I'm gonna thank God every day that you are not anywhere near me. Yes, good morning, Jesus. Thank you for keeping that creep away. I love it. He says, everything that I'm saying is exactly why you don't like me. I've been talking about biblical stuff, and you don't like that stuff. You haven't quoted any scripture, just so you know. Won't you tell us the parable of the wheat seeds or some shit like that? Please, I'm begging you. And he says, I talked about you ripping my heart out and you not being honest. You're not reasonable. You suck at conversation and you love hurting people, which in turn creates monsters. Yeah, now anything that I do, I can shuffle it off onto you. You're the reason that I did this. You have to sit with that at the end of the day. I don't know what monstrous act you're planning, but you're gonna have to fucking answer for it at some point. That is, if he even really believes in an afterlife. He might just be using it as a wedge and a mask and, you know, just a really sociopathic monster. I don't know. OP says, all your messages are you basically saying you think I'm a whore because I wouldn't sleep with you, lol. Bro, you barely know me, so don't be acting all sad. No, that's why early on I saw where he was coming from. I see the sprawling desert that is dating apps for men. He was excited. He really thought he had something here. She might be drunk as shit, but I could fix her. It wasn't gonna work out. I'll tell you that right now. I'm seeing through dimensions, and yeah, that's a divorce. Two kids that didn't need to exist. First one didn't fix the marriage, let's try one more time. NiceGuy says, I'm thanking God now for having me feel something thrilling tonight. I'm thanking him as I talk to you. I thank him that I'm alive. I thanked him for getting connected back with you, but you did not change, so my human self felt pain, while my spirit stayed the same. Okay, but are you thanking him that your spirit stayed the same? Oh yeah, I want to thank him. I want to thank him so hard and deep. Okay. You sleep with dudes as you go on dates with guys who want serious relationships. You're sleeping with one right now, I already know. I felt it in my gut the moment I felt your aura. Oh, see? Now we're getting off in the weeds into some weird shit. This is why he's creating all this fucking narrative for himself. Jesus has granted me— No, you're a normal fucking dude and most of the universe doesn't care, okay? You're only making things worse, both for yourself and the people around you. Anyway, you did it before when I wanted a bowling date, but you dropped your morals as you went and drank at the party. You told me when we first met, and the second first date we had, you said all you do for fun is drink with friends at clubs, which is no different from partying, and all you do is work because you want to travel, but you have no purpose on a future with any guy, but expect the guy you date to have a purpose, but then you lose respect when he says what he does. Did she say all that while she was drunk, or are you just spinning another fucking... It's so exhausting when you just take people at their words. You've got so many schemes and machinations behind the scenes. Could you say what you mean? Would that be so very fucking hard? Anyway. It was fun playing ping pong and mini golf with you. Sincerely. That's how I date. I like to spend quality time, not at bars, but playing board games and sports games with girls I go out with, cause it's more meaningful than hooking up with them in cars or parties like I used to do when I was a man whore, okay? I was! Oh goodness. Your demeanor and presentation leads me to believe that, that was a lie. You're out here playing fucking Connect 4 and then wondering why you can't Connect 2, you know? What's happening here? I had 3 in a row. I thought I was in like Flynn. He continues. But I need someone who can be straight up with me, and you just can't seem to do that. I haven't watched adult videos in over a week, and if you knew anything about guys, you would know that we struggle with lust more than females. Wait, what?
I'm so excited! It's yoga time! Only men invited!
If your lustful actions are greater than females as a collective whole, like I don't know, dude. That's a wild thing to state out loud. Oh, now I know what he means by man whore. He was taken in the poop chute for a 20 behind the Kmart. It's not gay, it's just a transaction. Yeah, basically, I'm glad you could open up about that. I'm glad you found Jesus since then. I guess him and I both just rewrite the narrative back and forth. It's like that episode of Black Mirror. Have you seen the recent season? Weird chick builds a quantum computer that rewrites history, as she said, or slides into alternate timelines. It's not really rewriting history. Oh, sorry, spoilers. I fucked it up. I fucked it all up, guys. Probably the people who wanted to see it already seen it, right? If not, where's your head at? Where's your head? Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I got sidetracked by the gay thing. There are more suicides than you guys too, because there's more pressure on us to be the good guys all the time. Even when the girl makes out with a guy in front of them, and they have to be forced to be okay with that and be stoic. I should've just moved on, but clearly I couldn't let things go until I told you how I felt. She made out with a dude in front of you and you didn't fucking walk out. Like, where's your self-respect? That's what I have to say. That is ludicrous! For you to sit there and... That's not being stoic, that's being a fucking doormat. There's a big difference. Part of stoicism is choosing how you react to things, not just sitting there like a fucking lump and not reacting to things. That seems like a pretty snap decision to me. Clearly, yeah, this is not gonna work out. If you were such a man whore, I think you would not be getting this attached immediately. Sitting here watching her make out with another dude and like, I'll get my turn next. That's what he thought a train was. He's the caboose the entire time. The caboose never gets to go. The caboose takes them the caboose for $20 behind the Kmart. Oh, fuck. This is a great episode. I love this episode. Okay. He says, and thanks for still replying, even though you've already ghosted me, which is the new norm since COVID. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that was a recent thing. And I overthink. That's my main weakness. I could have slept with like 50 bodies by now if I didn't overthink. Yeah, and probably you'd have AIDS. Like, it's not always a good idea, alright? You need to consider this carefully. 50 hypothetical bodies still adds up to goose egg IRL. I don't know what to tell you, son. He says, but there's times I overthink was when the girl practically threw herself at me and I couldn't just hit it and quit it like all my frat friends. Yeah, he's like, I'll have my turn next. I never had a good father figure and it wasn't treated. It's a fucking... Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Lay it out, buddy. And I wasn't treated well growing up, even when I did the right thing, or even when I did nothing. And sometimes just not breathing feels so amazing sometimes, because everything's meaningless. And if I died right now, I'd actually die happy, knowing that my life is more meaningful. Up emoji, up there, than down here. Why didn't you put the down emoji? Or devil emoji? You're probably never gonna read this or respond to it, or you probably say something mean, and it's honestly fine, cause not breathing feels so good. Can I ask you something there, son? Did you listen to a lot of Linkin Park? That's what this feels like to me. Just some of that emo edge that was very popular for a while and then faded away with good reason. Or maybe it didn't fade away. Maybe it just permeated all of society. I think that's that's a more accurate judgment of all this. But the trauma dump at the end, that's the cherry on top. I love it so much. He's been overly honest this entire time, except for the fact that he's, you know, masking his true feelings. Like, if you weren't masking your true feelings, you would have punched that fucking dude who kissed your date at the bar or whatever. At least grabbed his shoulder and be like, hey, buddy, you didn't even do that. You couldn't even bring yourself to walk out. She turned around with her smeared ass lipstick and wiped his saliva off her chin and continued a conversation with you. I'm flabbergasted. What are you doing? I can't have it be like this. I feel so bad for you on some level, but also you're a judgmental prick and you need to get your shit sorted out before pulling other people into the pile. There's no reason for all that.
He say men got it hard, then immediately lists 50 imaginary girlfriends that threw themselves at him. Gubbins diagnosed, terminal cope.
Yeah, if we could fast forward that a bit to terminated, I'd be grateful. How do you feel, Dark One?
A ghost army of women that only exist in his mind. Each one a monument to the fantasy that he could have been loved, if only the world was fair. He wants sympathy, not healing. Dark Gubbins.
And that's why I can't give him any sympathy, because he's quite full enough, isn't he? Maybe not. But at a certain point you're gonna learn that sitting there and being a fucking sad sack ain't gonna fix it for you. I hate the modern man. Yeah, everybody does.
Modern man, pathetic example of us organic heritage.
Nice guy virtue claim. Be logical and sometimes toxic because these holes don't like good men. Immediately, that's an odd way to say that. Like, you could be referring to your own holes, you know? Well, which one? The urethra, perhaps? The most erotic muscle? It's getting weird already. His name is Alpha Male, with ellipses in between. So that tells you what kind of person we're looking at here. Kings, be logical and sometimes toxic, because these holes don't like good men. That's right, I'll take all comers, but only if you're a bad boy. You crack me up, fella. At this point in their lives, only the bad guys and the highest bidders are given a chance. But in the future, they'll start looking for the good men to settle down with. Like, okay, I understand that you're not gonna be one of the highest bidders, but couldn't you at least try to be one of the bad boys, if that were the case? You could experiment with your hypothesis, trace about decides. Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to settle down with you. You're not one of the good men, no matter how much you proclaim it. Probably proclaiming it makes it even worse. Just, you don't need to speak on it. You show it through your actions. It's the good, gentle men they rejected because they're too nice, gentle, loyal, and understanding that will later accept the leftovers. This is wickedness. Yeah, it's so terrible to find a partner. Like, okay, she didn't give you a chance in high school and you're bitter about that, apparently. But if she sees you build up some assets and, like, why not give it a swing, then the onus of what to do is on you. Did you like her that much? You might want to give it a swing. If you only liked her for her looks or whatever and they faded, well then, yeah, that was a shallow relationship that wasn't going anywhere anyway. So don't worry about it. It's a zero-sum game, you know? Never be a nice guy to the modern women. You'll be punished for your actions. Oh, the modern wee men. Wee men, like little men? That's a weird way to put that. This post gets gayer and gayer, dude. I don't know how to feel about all this. Look at the Gubbinses in here early. How do you feel about it, boys? Go ahead, tell me.
This one smells sour, like old pus leaking from a scab nobody wants to touch. He says nice, but he is full of fermented bile, a lonely weeping pimple that blames the skin for not popping him. Why is his brain sac so infected? Gubbins.
You've been watching Osmosis Jones again, haven't you? Trying to learn human anatomy? It's adorable. It's adorable. He doesn't know. Neither does this guy, but yeah, definitely less adorable than Gubbins. How about you, Dark One?
He aspires to be toxic. He is just diluted, lukewarm waste. True wickedness has style. Witnesses. This is just a whining, predictable infection. He couldn't poison a water supply. He would cry into it first. Dark Gubbins.
I love that, bro. True wickedness has style. We're gonna give a point to Dark Gubbins on that one. We'll move into the next post, hey? Another post by a wee man, by which I mean like an actual tiny little man. I hate when bitches call me cute and a nice guy. Screw you! Oh, come on now. They're trying to pay you a compliment so you don't, do something terrible to them. That's what they're sensing out of you. They're like, you're nice, right? You're such a nice guy, right? You wouldn't do the terrible things that are passing through my brain right now. I hate when bitches call me cute and a nice guy. Fuck you! That's what I'm gonna have to start saying, because as long as I can remember, and still, to this day, motherfuckers act like they got a friggin' problem keeping it real. What? Is this like a Dave Chappelle skit when keeping it real goes wrong? She's like, you're so nice. And he tries to stick his hand down her top. And she's like, what the fuck? He's like, you said I'm nice. Why are you not keeping it real? Bitches be like, he's so cute or sweet, etc. And then when I try and ask you out, bitch, you act like you can't talk. And when you do, it's a bullcrap. But you're a good friend. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Blah, 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 bullshit. I heard it all before. I'm a grown-ass man, not a little-ass boy. Well, as long as we're focused on the ass, this is still sort of related to the first post. So don't feed me bullcrap and make me think that it's something when it's not. I'm tired of hearing that shit, bitch. I got enough friends, and I don't need any more. I need a woman, but damn. Like, this is your first mistake. A woman could be your best friend in the world. My wife, we fucking know each other inside out. I guess quite literally. Anyway, if it's not what you want, then screw sparing my feelings. I want a woman, and I'd love you and respect you more if you could just keep it real. Oh, more. So we already got some base love and respect. What's the multiplier for that? Can I ask? Like, come on. Like, I can't fucking handle reality. And if you're so worried that something has stopped us being friends because of it, then you're even more poop, cause I guess you don't know me or respect me enough to keep it 100 with me, as I would with you. Yeah, you're totally not poop, writer of this post. I love that after all the cursing, we just threw a poop in there. That's nice for YouTube censorship. I appreciate you. If you'd like to help me avoid demonetization, Patreon, YouTube memberships open for your use. Thank you so much. He continues, no paragraphs, by the way. Because I don't mess around and waste time. I'm straight to the point. If I want you, I'll tell you. If I want to just be friends, I'm going to just tell you that. I'm going to tell you just that. It's worded so strangely. I can tell that you should be spending time improving your mind, maybe reading some books, instead of thirsting all the time. Like, that's probably the worst use of your time ever, just to be clear. Everybody, knows that already, but nobody really wants to admit it or talk about it. I mean, this is me being 100 with you, OP, giving you a certain level of respect. And if you actually achieve some of the things that I talk about, you could achieve that base multiplier. You could be a person who's worth getting to know. But a lot of people aren't willing to put in the work. Oh well, just keep making wall of text posts on the internet, I guess. I ain't gonna hold your hand and beg 24 to open up. 24? 24/7? I don't got time for games. I'm grown as fuck like you, so get your shit together and tell me something. If I put time into messing with you, then you know that I'm only messing with you. I want to build something. I'm tired of just being temporary to people, cause that's not who I am, and it just makes me so lonely. So if you want something real, you know where I'm at. It just hurts cause I'm out here being real, and I feel like y'all trying to play me and give me the wrong around, like I'm the rest of these dudes out here. A lame. Oh my god. There's nothing worse than being a lame. That's true. I'm too nice, or I'm kissing ass, etc. Whatever goes through y'all's minds. Like, maybe if I was an asshole instead, maybe instead of being honest with me, they'd actually tell me something real that's not BS. Yeah, if you were worth getting to know, then people would get to know you. That's sort of how that whole thing works. Unfortunately, you're not. As we stated before, you haven't been willing to put the time into developing yourself as a person, reading some books, growing your brain. All you've been doing is waggling your peen around, and that ain't no way to go through life, son. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. Like, focus on yourself before you seek out a partner to try and fix you. If I just had her, then I wouldn't be so weird and lonely. Yes, you would. That happened deep down, okay? That's something you need to sit in silence with and reconcile. But you're not gonna take the time to do that. Continue the endless scroll, chase around whatever fucking dopamine daydreams you have, and yeah, don't do the hard work, because the hard work's hard. Who wants to do that? Fuck. I understand. I won't pass it to the Gummonses because I said a bunch on it already, but we'll keep it pushing now.
By the time I was 25 plus, I had to quite literally shake them off of me.
Yeah, beat me off with a stick. That's totally what I'm into or something.
Bro, I literally have been there.
Yeah, we all believe you, bro, because you said bro at the at the start. Fuck.
I haven't had a girlfriend until I was 16, and that was barely anything at all. By the time I was 25 plus, I had to quite literally shake them off of me. It's really no different from being a nice stable guy with good plans for the future and a decent career. No teenagers want you, and no students want you. They want to party and be with all the bad boys. Then when they're ready to settle down, you're suddenly it. Man, that's just how it goes.
Was I one of the bad boys? I guess I was. A bit of a bad boy. I never had trouble getting attention from women my own age. I don't know what a lot of people are talking about with the memes and stuff. Like, really what happened is you were fucking scared to approach women your own age. You didn't know how to interact with them, so you froze up. And now you want to blame them for not coming over and interacting with you. It's that Roger mindset. We talked about his journal. His journal is on the channel as well. His entire problem was just that he fucking sit with his thumb up his butt and ask himself why people aren't interacting with him. Because that's not really how the world works. You gotta go out and make the connections if you want them, you know? You have this whole narrative worked out for yourself because it's easy on your ego, isn't it? That's what's actually happening here. So thank you for letting me unpack it. Again, I feel like I said a bit much, so we'll just keep pushing along. Our next nice guy says,
I'm just an honest guy, so cook for me and pick me up.
That's all it takes is honesty. What do you, I didn't lie to you, so that's that's like the biggest hurdle we have, right? Now, being functional in society is pretty important, as it turns out. OP says, I don't know, lol. I thought you're funny, but you just seem to be pushy to get into my flat. Yikes. Disappointed. See, funny can't take you the whole way, alright? You need to also not be a creep. Consider it. He says, there's still a few honest men left in this world, whether you believe it or not. I wanted pad thai, cooked by you. But if you think I'm like one of those modern men, never mind. I like how modern man is so nebulous, like it can be a good thing or a bad thing. It's mostly a pejorative, but you can apply it to like so many different groups. I think that's a lot of fun. I hate the modern man. Yeah, everybody does.
Modern man, pathetic example of his organic heritage.
Also, the pad thai cooked by you is pretty weird. You know how fucking easy it is to make for yourself? You buy the ingredients, you cook the noodles, you throw it in a pot. Pad thai! OP says, I'm working all weekend and I'm just busy and tired after work. I wouldn't cook for a stranger just because they told me to.
He says, I thought you were special, like one of those ladies who love to cook for her man and make him happy and are so hard to find these days.
Yeah, well, is that a two-way street is, I think, what we gotta ask ourselves, and clearly it's not. OP says, okay, yeah, that isn't me. And he says, go to sleep then. Don't waste your rest time chatting with strangers. And then he responds to OP saying, that's not me, and says, well, then who are you? And OP says, I mean, I'm not a girl who would cook for a stranger just to make him happy. He says, who would you cook for? She says, my friends, maybe my partner, if I ever have one. You haven't yet? That's very cute. Do you work from home? And she says, no. And he says, good. Why is that good? That's the shittiest thing. I don't want to go places. You better tell him to bring me my money. He continues, sleep, but send me your WhatsApp and let's agree on a place for tomorrow. OP says, you can choose the place and just let me know. I'm closer to this place. He says, then come and pick me up in this place and show me your neighborhood from there. Yeah, you plan the entire thing, you come and pick me up. I think he's just like a blob of sentient goo is what's happening here. There's not a girl in the world that wants to go on a date with a goo baby, okay?
What the hell is that thing?
He's my goo baby. He'll be like this forever.
That's disgusting.
Feed him chicken tendies and he'll be yours forever. It's too easy.
But send me your WhatsApp. I don't feel comfortable meeting from just here without even a call. One can just unmatch and I come to Madrid like an idiot and you're not there.
OP says, so I'd plan a date for you? From where all this is going, it looks like you're looking for someone who would just serve you and do things for you. And then OP unmatched. And honestly, you probably saved yourself a lot of heartache. Buying the plane ticket is not the grand romantic gesture that you think it is. That's for you too, isn't it? You need a fucking selfless act, and this guy is about the most selfish person that I think any of us have ever seen. Gubbinses, why don't you comment on his selfishness?
Why is he so soft and wet? He wants her to be his new stomach and his new legs. A big, lazy tapeworm waiting for pad thai to fall in his mouth. He is a walking, talking, infected colon. He should be flushed and forgotten. The nice part is, we don't need to lift a finger. He's determined to fail. Gubbins.
Walking, infected colon, tapeworm. I really like that. You're on it today, Gubbins. How about you, Dark One?
Such primitive manipulation. Witnesses. He behaves like a minor, noble, demanding servant. I am an honest man. Now feed me. A pathetic attempt at dominance. He is not a wolf. He is a whining domestic yeast infection. He doesn't want a partner. He wants an unpaid, sentient appliance. Dark Gubbins.
Yeah, why not just buy one of them like Optimus robots or program your own if if that's within your dreams. Clearly, just being honest is not enough. I said that at the very start of the post. Dark Gubbins bookended it, but I think I'm going to give the point to Gubbins on this one. So we're all tied up. We'll continue on with the episode and see how things devolve from there, shall we? Here we got some nice gays on Grindr.
I'm a pretty good judge, and you're night and day different from how you were 6 months ago. I hope you're actually okay mentally.
We had a singular conversation on Grindr like a month after I turned 18. Yeah, and that's already pretty, putting up some flags there. Is that part of it? Is that part of it? I guess it's your life. You're 18, you can do whatever you want, but holy shit, please.
He says, hey, are you free yet? See you online a lot, but I'm confused some by your behavior to me. Earlier this year, you were a lot more easy to talk to. Has something happened to you?
Yes, a veil of concern. OP says, I'm just not super interested right now. Sorry, I don't mean to ghost you, but you're being a little pushy, and I don't know how to respond. Yeah, he's being pushy for a reason. Turning 18 is a part of it for him, okay? I would stay far, far away from this person. He's not interested in you as a human being. He's interested in you as a number. Ghost him. Tell him to fuck right off. You're reading the vibe correctly.
He says, I call out fake type people on this app.
Oh yeah, they fucking pay you for that?
I'm really surprised and shocked that you went from a very nice, awesome person earlier this year to someone extremely fake and ugly.
Coming from fucking Joe Nobody.
You really didn't seem the type for that at all. Really, really disappointed to learn you're that type of person and character. Damn. Oh well, maybe someday you'll grow up.
Yeah, show me you're a grown-up by doing big grown-up mouth things. Oh, yeah, that's, oof. OP says, well, I do think you're cute. We could talk or hang sometime if you're down. And this dude responded, oh my god, I never responded. I'm sorry, I got totally distracted. I'd love to keep talking to you. And I guess that brief exchange qualifies as a conversation. He had that shit saved on his phone or scrolled up to find it. He was really hanging all hope on that one message that you sent him half a year ago.
This was you just 6 months ago. This is what I mean on how I'm shocked that you became so fake in so little time. It's just shitty. I hope someday you become a better person inside and in general.
Yeah, fuck you, thanks. I don't need your validation to do any of that. You're about the worst person I've ever met. I'd appreciate if you rooted against me, just so when I win it'll feel that much better. OP says, well, I'm not fake. I was freshly 18 at the time and way too eager. Oh, it probably is a little backstory there, but I'm not gonna unpack it. I did want to meet you at the time, but I don't anymore, and that's all there is to it. My feelings and standards have changed. For someone who's so much older than me, you're being awfully immature here. Y'all are fucking both out in left field with it. Nobody's got it truly correct.
I'm just saying, you were a better person. In 6 months, you went a super nice, sweet, cool dude to some fake douchebag. I mean, maybe that's what you want, but holy hell, it's a bad look on you. It's my fault. I just didn't expect it from you. That's all.
Oh, well, next time I'll try and curb my entire life to meet your fucking nebulous expectations. What are you talking about? Who gives a shit? Block him and move on. OP says, okay, so I'm a fake douchebag because I don't want to meet up with a 30 to 40-something-year-old stranger on the internet? I don't know you. My time is not devoted solely to you just because I was nice to you 6 months ago. Oh, fuck yeah. Let OP cook. Stand back, everybody. He's on fire. just laying down the law. I like that. I was nice to you once. I don't give a fuck anymore. Go away.
You're fake because 6 months ago you said you loved to talk, and now you're ignoring me? For what? You didn't mention that all this week you weren't interested, but the fact is you just lied to me and ignored me. Like, the 360 you did is just bizarre.
Okay, well, you know what else is bizarre? You falling in love with a version of me from fucking 6 months ago. It's half a year. People change and grow. I don't know. I don't care. The lengths this man will go to get his rocks off with a freshly legal, like, it's unsettling. That's the part nobody's saying out loud, but I'll say it out loud.
So, it just makes you a liar to me, and liars are fakes. Just be a better person. What happened to the OP I talked to a few months ago? You really have changed, and not for the better.
Oh, I don't like how you changed, blah, blah, blah. Then leave. Then just go away forever then.
Dude, stop acting like you know me,
said OP. I changed my mind on something I said 6 months ago. Shit happens. I didn't mean to upset you, and I'm sorry that I did. I should have said something sooner, but you are blowing this out of proportion. You're not the center of the universe, and I'm not a bad person for not being interested in you anymore. I love it. It's really coming back around, isn't it? Nice guy pushes and pushes, and all of a sudden, OP gets a fire woken up inside their belly. As I've said from the beginning of the channel, you don't owe anybody your time or attention. You can block them, fucking move on. Like, I just don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. You're creepy and weird, goodbye. And yeah, you don't even have to say that part. Say it in your head, hit the button. Okay, it's over now.
He says, I didn't say you were. You're a bad person for lying and ignoring me about it when I had no idea. That's what makes you fake. And I got upset because the OP I talked to not too long ago wasn't like that. You weren't that type of person from what I could see.
Yeah, I was having a good day. Now I'm having a shitty day. What do you want from me? Things change, alright?
And I thought I knew you or a glimpse of you. I'm pretty good at judge, and you are night and day different than how you were before.
I am pretty good judge. He also used the wrong than. Why is it like all of the horniest idiots are just, they can't spell to save their lives? It's a small thing, but it really does paint a picture for me of like how you represent yourself in your personal life. You don't give a shit. You prey on people who just turned 18 because they don't know any better. And I'm not saying that that's the experience that OP had that flipped him around and all that type of shit. Made him decide that meeting strangers on the internet wasn't such a great idea. But, yeah. It's not outside the realm of possibility. That's what I'll say. And if that's the case, I'm sorry that happened to OP. You know, I wish you could have stayed that happy, open, honest person, but the world is just full of fucks. So, I don't know. Maybe it's better we have to keep our head on a swivel forever and ever. Maybe that's what fucking, nature intended for us. That's why we used to live in caves and hunt mammoths or something. Once upon a time, we fought off, saber-toothed tigers, and the struggles changed a little bit. Now it's a glory hole in the back of a bookstore. Anyway. Dude says, I hope you're actually okay mentally, and whatever's going on with you gets better. Yeah, fuck you. How about that? How about I don't need your well wishes? Thanks so much. Like, it's really disgusting. It's really predatory. Are we allowed to say that part out loud, or we just don't care when it's gay people, I guess? I don't know. I don't know the rules on all this. I'm not as versed as some out there, but maybe the comments could elucidate at some point. Personally, I'm leaning towards it's still pretty fucking creepy. It's still pretty creepy, isn't it? Maybe even more so for some of us out there. But it's a good post. I definitely got to point out the predatory behavior and the weirdness that went on here. So that's what I feast upon. I've supped sufficiently off this post, and I guess we'll get into another one now. Here's another wild one, comes straight out of left field. He just says, I'm a kind person. When will we meet? Hi. I think you got the order of those backwards. Still sort of forward, but yeah. Opie says, meet for what? Massage and lunch. You have a nice body. Gross, dude. Fucking gross. OP says, rightfully not interested. Life is so short. Let's go somewhere. Send your new pic. She says, no. He says, why? She says, I'll block you if you keep saying these things. He says, hi, Bo. Only a massage. What the hell? Is something wrong with you? No, something is clearly wrong with you. You are deficient in more ways than I can possibly describe in the limited time that we have, okay? Your first message was like, let's meet up. I don't fucking know you, Jack, all right? And OP turns it up with about that exact same intensity. I like it. She says, no, something is wrong with you. What the fuck? Why would you want to massage a stranger? If I wanted a massage so bad, I would tell my boyfriend, not you. You got a boyfriend? You never told me. Yeah, because your first message was like, let's fucking meet up for a massage and lunch. What the fuck? I'm gonna rub your back outside the McDonald's after we order off the dollar menu. The pinnacle of romance. LP says, this is insulting, actually. For you to even think I would want to go to lunch with you just for a massage? He says, not any lunch. It's a buffet. Oh, well, you should have said that part first. I'm fucking there. What do you... This is the dumbest thing ever. OP says, even if I didn't have a boyfriend, I wouldn't want your massage. You are only a stranger to me. Yeah, and not doing very well at all with moving past the stranger part. Like, if you were a normal human being, maybe we would have graduated to acquaintance at some point. Although that would have been an awful mistake on OP's part because, yeah, he's only got one thing on his mind, let me tell you. He says, we'll get to know you. We'll get to you know. What? I don't know what the fuck he's trying to say. I think it's get to know you. OP says, do you think I'm that hungry? Or do you think I'm selling my sliz? He says, I'm a kind person. She says, no, you're not. He says, I never thought that you were selling your sliz. She said, do I literally look that poor to you? Damn. Buffets aren't just for poor people, okay? I guess buffets are like what a poor person considers fancy. So probably this dude is like, yeah, that's the pinnacle of high class dining. We're gonna go to a buffet, get in line next to these 600-pound flesh boulders and hope that we can fight toward the ribs before they're all gone. Like the second they drop the tray, the fucking flesh boulders start rolling. You don't want to get trapped in there. You might lose an arm or a leg. Like that 127-hour movie with James Franco, you know? You will live that inside of a hometown buffet. You keep your fucking head on a swivel. Sometimes the ribs aren't worth it, you know? He says, you're making your own stories. Life is short. She says, fuck off. You block this contact. Honestly, life is short, and that's the reason that I don't want to interact with you at all. I get to choose who I'd like to spend my time with, and it is, not you. Not you forever, fucking stranger, entitled stranger from the internet. Like a buffet and a massage is enough to have me like, oh yeah, I'll risk getting chopped up and put in buckets for a hometown buffet. Unlimited breadsticks at Olive Garden. Whoopee-doo. I'm so excited because I'm poor. Honestly, though, growing up, like when I was a little kid, I did think that was the pinnacle. It's like, holy shit, you can get whatever food you want. You can have as much as you want. Amazing. Give me more chocolate milk. And yeah, this guy clearly hasn't evolved past that point. Nor will he ever, because he doesn't take the time to get to know anybody. He's just like, let's go meet up. Let's be miserable around strangers for, I don't know, however long the lunch lasts. 15 minutes before I crawl out that fucking bathroom window, I'll tell you what. Anyway, we'll keep it pushing. Find another post. Thanks so much for being here today. You should check out the fourth wall if you wanted some merch from ReddX, you know. You can also check out our Steam game that I'm developing. Yes, it's Waifu Pilled. The official game of ReddX Industries. Coming whenever I finish it. Thanks for the plugs. Yeah, we'll keep it moving. All right, here's some r/Tinder, a little prelude for tomorrow, okay? Good guy, but only for the right girl, aka not a little hoe. Yes, a good guy, you see. You can see the impression of my genitals through my pants. I'm such a good guy, by the way. 30 years old, you're out here doing this shit? It's pathetic. Honestly, if you've not built anything that you can talk about other than, like, I have a penis, I just feel bad for you at a certain point. Hi, my name is Elliot. I'm from place, currently living in other place, and I'm looking for a smart, nice, empathetic 18 to 22-ish, 5'2", white/Latina/Asian girl with brown/blonde hair. That's quite an ask. For a 30-year-old, 18 to 22, I don't know. 5'2"? Well, you like him short, so you can feel like a big man. That's probably what that is. White/Latina/Asian girl? I've seen a few before, but yeah, it's quite a mix, you know? I also don't know what's meant by the two-tone hair, brown, blonde, like you want that split, the dual hair color thing, or just like blonde highlights okay. I want to be very specific here. One who's naturally tan or likes to get spray tans. Oh, so just tan then. Wants to live in a luxury apartment with me. Wants to have a sports car and an SUV. Wants to pop out a few kids. Yeah, kids, it's just easy. You pop them out. Wants to have a cute German shepherd, and last but not least, is not a little hoe. In all seriousness, I'm a good guy, but only for the right girl. Swipe if that's you. Yeah, thank God, it's not me. For sure. I hate everything that you said there. Like, you've painted this life for yourself, and it's the most generic thing in the world. All of these things are like essentially what media told you that you should aspire to have. And that's really the only reason that you want it. You haven't sat with silence enough like inside yourself to figure out the thing that you really want. What would make your life feel complete? He doesn't have an answer. I think it's the most pathetic thing in the world. And you're gonna drag somebody else down into that shit? Not even a house, a luxury apartment? Ugh, you disgust me. Like... You are everything that's wrong with the world, and I don't know how many ways I can convey that to you. Maybe the Gubbinses can help. Gubbinses, get in here, boys.
He is a skin bag, just a sack of gristle stretched over bones. He wants to stuff luxury and sports car and not a hoe inside himself. But he is hollow. There is no guts gubbins inside him. All the shiny things will fall right out his bottom hole. He will end up a cold, dry pile of dandruff in an empty room. Smash. Gubbins.
You shouldn't talk about guts gubbins. That's like a top secret experiment. Now it fucking cat's out of the bag. Thanks a lot, son, for not keeping your damn mouth closed all the time. How do you feel about it, Dark One?
Witnesses, observe this empty vessel. His about me is a list of borrowed desires. He is nothing, so he must have everything. He will trade his vitality for a lease and a car logo. And when he is old and the luxury is gone and the hoe is not, he will realize he was just a void all along. Dying in squalor is a mercy. He is already living in it. Dark Gubbins.
Damn, that's pretty brutal, Dark Gubbins. But I like Gubbins' take of, the guy stuffing stuff inside himself and then it all falling out his bottom hole. So Gubbins takes it for the day, everyone. Round of applause.
All you had to do is be kind and honest.
True and honest. Girlfriend, boyfriend, free girl.
Nice guy virtue claim. After realizing how sweet and awesome he was over time.
Yeah, he's talking about himself in the third person. That's a good start. I like that.
Spook addict, you look and sound adorable. Love all of your outfits.
Good start.
Question though, is it bad that I'm a 45-year-old, successful, handsome, in-shape former college swimmer from blank would want to date a woman that wanted him faithful to her after realizing how sweet and awesome he was over time, and he would stay completely, utterly faithful to her, and yet she could still enjoy one other lover who is a more dominant alpha male?
I was waiting for the bad, but it's sort of bad, in my opinion. If it does something for you, hey, that's great, but I'm not fucking with it.
Somebody who she completely choose on her own, whenever she craves him, without any guilt.
This is getting really weird, bro.
It's called compersion. Ever heard of that term?
Yeah, it's when somebody derives happiness from somebody else's happiness, I think. But for me personally, another C word springs to mind, and that is cuckoldry. Although I guess that implies some amount of trickery, so maybe this isn't that. Still weird though. Still ain't gonna do that though.
As long as she was open and honest about who else she was dating.
Question mark there again for some reason. Like, this whole thing is just a hypothetical. If I add enough question marks, then I can deflect myself from any of the consequences of the innocent question I just asked.
I'm just curious your thoughts on an arrangement like that. Hope the questions don't weird you out. Yes, I like to spoil. Is that so bad? Thanks.
And OP never accepted the chat request, which is fucking well advised, honestly. Yeah, it's so bad. What all this is really about is you have erectile dysfunction. And for that, I do apologize, but there's a magic little blue pill. As long as you don't have a heart condition, it's gonna fix everything. You don't have anything to worry about anymore. Or maybe he's just lazy as shit. He's like, it would be so great if, like, I could just give her money and she goes and bangs other people. Like, I don't understand the appeal personally, but I guess you do you. And whether he's in a relationship or not, believe me, he's the only one doing him. Feels sort of bad, but whatever. Stop being fucking weird in the DM. First message to somebody, you're an animal. Next post. This nice guy says, nice meeting you, Heart. And it is OP's sister's, not hers. Nice meeting you, Heart is not bad. I guess you didn't want to foreshadow the thing too much. We'll see how it goes. He says, oh, wow. Nice meeting you. 2 meat. Less than 2. Less than 3. He's trying so hard to make a heart. OP just says, yeah, nice meeting you too.
He says, for real. So, like, what do you like to do?
OP says, well, cosplay, paint, drawing, singing, dancing, gaming, makeup, writing, reading. Dude, hell yeah. That's a nice list of hobbies, I gotta tell you that much.
He says, I fuck with basketball and boxing and working out and anime and crime and horror and cats.
So nothing that really involves like self-improvement aside from the working out. I find that interesting. Also telling for where the conversation's headed. OP just says, nice.
And he says, so, what are you doing?
This fucking autocorrect has failed him, you know? OP says, I'm talking to my boyfriend.
And he says, okay, dog, I don't give a fuck. To be honest, I want to kill pathetic women like you. Always cheating, like the whores you are. I'm done being love. I just love the feeling now. Laughing with tears.
Damn, all she had to say, she had a boyfriend and he came out with like the death threats and everything. Holy shit, man. What, just take a breath, okay? Take a chill pill. Maybe quite literally. This is called diazepam. And then he sends a bunch of Ted Bundy pictures or some serial killer. I don't know. The ice truck killer? Is that from Dexter? It's not even a real serial killer. I've been rused. But yeah, obviously OP's sister GTFO'd. That went off the rails so fucking fast. What even happened there? He took all of that really, really personally for some reason. I don't have an explanation aside from something terrible is going to happen someday. You need to, I don't know, alert somebody. Probably nobody's gonna do anything, but just to get it off your own conscience, be like, hey, I got this shit, it's pretty weird. You might want to take a look, just if you wanted to. Anyway, I guess we'll keep it moving. I don't want to feed this one to the sweet gubbinses quite yet.
This nice guy says, you have to really sit down and think about the guy I was with you.
Oh, it's like a breakup thing?
You make me want to be a better person. And she's like, oh, swoon, it's so nice you said that lie to me. You have to really sit down and think about the guy I was with you. You'll never find someone like me that'll put up with your fucked up self.
Jesus. No, you. Like, even post-breakup, he's still just standing right there, putting her down. Can't you move on with your life? I'd advise it.
That's all good, though. I'm not out here to save girls. God bless you, though.
Already we're fucking unhinged, man. God blessed me the instant that you were removed from my presence, okay?
I'm just sitting here crying. You probably didn't even blink an eye. OP, winky face. Also, my earring worth $4,000. That's at your place. I do love you, which is crazy, OP. Because I gatekeep my love nowadays. You lost something good. You really did.
Yeah, he spent $4,000 on an earring. Clearly he's got it together. He's got his priorities straight. You know what that earring's gonna be worth in 10 years? Nothing, because he lost it in the couch cushions at OP's place. It was a real diamond anyway. It was glass. If you're paying anything for diamonds, you're getting fucking played. Precious metals! That's where it's at. Whatever, he continues.
I'm a boss. If you couldn't tell me, with a family that are savages. That's why everyone knows to watch their tone to me. You never know the real me, though.
Yes, I have a bad family situation. Or does he? He said he has a great family, but they're all savages. I guess savage is a good thing in this instance.
I cried in front of us. I love you. I really mean that, baby.
Fucking give it up.
Please let me know if my vest is there, baby. That's worth $500 and my sweatshirt's $400 and the blow's like $60 and dinner's also $400. I'm sorry.
This is the pettiest shit in the world. I threw all of your things away, except the blow. I kept that one.
He's the rock and roll clown. He does cocaine. I'm afraid that's all we know.
But I went into your living room and you got up and flipped out, and you should feel ashamed of yourself, baby. You don't know me. Go run some more coke.
Timeline. 3 weeks of talking. This is after the second hangout. Dude, fuck. I really thought it was a lot deeper than that, OP. This is extra fucking crazy now. But it's just like Rick James said, isn't it?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
That's stone cold.
Not even a thank you. I didn't expect you to, though. I played myself. You're a fraud, like I said at that restaurant we ate at. Fuck you. You took my kindness as weakness. Something you'll never experience ever again, baby. You're a demon. You're a victim.
What?
I should have listened to Blank. You have no idea what this did for you.
Yeah, people always say that. Just leave, okay? Clearly you're very hung up on it. We're flopping from like the threats to the love bombing to the extortion. It's just I'm exhausted. You have to be too, right? Why don't you go take a fucking lie down in a dirt hole?
Anyway, I hope you can get a good sleep. Even though you told me earlier tonight that work told you that it's up to you today if you work and or when you start. You say you're trying to get your shit together and buy a knockoff Ozempic from some random dude. You could have been great. Now all you have going for you is find my sweatshirt and vest. Literally, thanks, ho.
What about the earring? I thought that was $4,000.
I do love you, though.
God damn it.
I played myself. I'm way better than this. You're a how.
A how. I love it. And then there's this was Until I Return album cover. Emotional Torn by Youngboy, Never Broke Again on Apple Music.
I feel so broken and alone, Blank. Bye, wifey. Heartbreak emoji, tear emoji, crying emoji.
Well, he did send me the Apple Music link, so I guess I have to give him another chance. It's really not even like you had a chance in the first place. You guys were just hanging out, doing some bumps together. Fucking, it doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot, alright? I don't doubt for a second that this dude is broken and alone, and he's gonna go buy like a $500 vest to try and fill the hole in his heart. That vest is worth $20 max, okay? I think I saw the exact same one at the Salvation Army for like $250. By that I mean $250, because Salvation Army prices these days is out of control. It's out of control! Thanks, fucking Macklemore.
What?
Anyway, I was honestly going to just send it and ask you to marry me within a year if it kept solid.
Wow, that's not quite full send? Full send I think is 6 months. But either way, this is like a supremely stupid thing to mention at the end of a relationship. Maybe I'll reel you back into this relationship you clearly don't want to be in with the prospect of marrying a person you don't want to be with. Being contractually bound to this person you clearly despise. She'll come running back.
Crazy. But I thought I couldn't lose you because I thought you were special and understood.
Yeah, I thought you weren't like the other girls, but it turns out you're just like the other girls, LP. How's that cut you deep? Guess what? This guy is basically every coke-addled fuckboy that I've ever seen.
It's like my sunglasses cost $800.
I'm like, cool. But also, I hope you realize how many shares of basically any stock you can imagine that would buy. Maybe there's a better use for the money. That's all I'm saying.
You would have never had to work a job ever again, babe. I wanted to give you the world.
Yeah, after our second hangout. This is fucking crazy. I do like the fact that OP just never responded. What are you gonna say? There's no off switch for a cokehead. You just gotta ride out the storm, I guess.
Check this out, cocaine. Don't tell nobody. Hey, Mr. Police.
You're welcome for everything. This is exactly why I don't waste my energy and time with people. I was nothing but generous and caring and nice the entire time. Don't take genuine people for granted. They're not easy to come by. Hey, please call me when you get a chance.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm honestly so confused. I don't think I deserve that. You never said thank you for a single thing. I thought you were different. You fucked up with me. You said you weren't like these other females. Females? This is the exact reason, like I told you, why I don't give my dignity to just anyone. You still have some dignity left, bro? You've been endlessly just throwing it out the window. Sentence after sentence, it dwindles. Fake people. Everyone's the same, and you just reassured me that. I really did enjoy my time with you at Blank. You seemed like a good, genuine girl. But I was wrong. Wrong! Oh, how wrong I was! That last part's my own little ad-lib, but he's seething inside. You can trust me on that. I really do want to get the Gubbinses in here on this one, though. This is fucking a complete roller coaster.
He counts his coins like a goblin eating scabs. Vest is 500, nose sugar is 60. He reminds me of Cousin Jerry. Jerry found a bag of the white happy dust in a sinus cavity. He ate it all. He twitched so hard his nucleus fell out. He vibrated right out of the host and floated to the moon. Now Jerry is just a frozen booger in space. This man is vibrating too. He is about to pop and leave a wet spot on the floor. Gubbins.
Shout out Jerry Army, shout out Cousin Jerry, the frozen space booger. It's pretty good, Gubbins. How about you, Dark One?
He buys $60 of powder and thinks he is Tony Montana. Witnesses. He believes he is a drug lord, but he is just a weeping child in a rented vest. This stain is just a confused sphincter that cannot decide if it is open or closed. He is just leaking sad brown water everywhere. Dark Gubbins.
Sad brown water indeed. I think I'm gonna give it to Dark Gubbins. I think you stole a page from Gubbins' book is what happened. You're just like, oh, if I mention poop, then I automatically win. He's got the game figured out. That's why he's villainous, because he's so good at machinations. You are Machiavellian, Dark Gubbins. And yeah, I do think that deserves at least some points. So there's one. One for you. And good try, Gubbins. You'll get him next time. We'll keep it pushing. This OP says, you're obviously just not worthy of my greatness. What have you done with your life? Name one thing that anybody would be impressed by. You got nothing. You got nothing. You're fucking nobody out here on a dating app. And I'm sure there's something deep down, but you gotta uncover that shit for yourself. Whatever. I'll let him disappoint us in his own words, I guess. Yeah, you should defo look into it and try it yourself. I'm sure you won't regret it. Hope you enjoyed your shower. What are you guys talking about? And the shower thing, I'm surprised he wasn't like, I hope you're thinking of me in there, or something weird. He managed to be a human for just a minute. Although he was definitely thinking of you in the shower, just to make that clear. OP said, yeah, I enjoyed the shower, thank you. It was super hot and nice. And he says, this is where I try to say just like you are without sounding cringe. But I failed miserably. Yes, you did. Because you did actually say the thing that you supposedly thought only in your head. It's just like the question mark guy. He's trying to set it up as like a thought that I might have when it's a thought you actually did have. That's why you wrote it down, isn't it? OP remains cordial though and just says, haha, I appreciate it. And then he says, shame, I was in the shower, with you, I could have, washed your back, winky face. I bet, was it in the shower with you? You are typing with one hand right now, aren't you? There's so many I's in that sentence that don't belong. Surprisingly, OP doesn't, recoil in disgust, as most people would. She just says, huh. That wouldn't be so bad. Smiley face. What's your game here? I don't know what's happening here. He says, sorry. Typos are super bad on the phone. I jumped on my PC now. because he's going to look up some dirty videos. You got all those windows and whatnot, don't ya? OP's grateful for the topic shift. She says, that's okay. My typos are way worse. You haven't even made one yet.
I'm great with PCs, but my age shows a little when I put a smartphone in my hand, not gonna lie. Also, challenge accepted.
See, he's trying to bring back... Was it a challenge? The shower challenge? Nobody challenged you to a fucking thing. She's clearly trying to get away from that topic of conversation, but you saw the door cracked open. He's gonna rush on in there, do anything. Anything at all to barge that door wide open. OP says, yeah, I don't think I would know how to use an Android, and I'm like a decade younger. See, she's like, please just talk about the fucking phone thing.
He says, yeah, I've always been a PC geek, really. Terminally online, so I'm kind of a man of internet culture, as opposed to my own generations.
I'd argue that a lot of millennial culture is just internet culture. If you're older than a millennial, then, that's great. I love your acceptance of new technology. Carry on. OP says, well, I would disagree. I mean, the first part, sure, of course it's your experience, but you're a millennial. Yeah, okay. And all millennials were chronically online and are way better with PCs than other generations. We're the same generation, smiley face. Yeah, bro, only fucking 90s kids will remember Club Penguin and Neopets. It's what a lot of the internet is now, just like aged millennials. I guess you could go visit the Zoomers over on TikTok, but fucking not me. OP says,
bruh, have you met 42-year-old men? They know how to use Microsoft Office and have a Facebook account, but that's it. They think Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson's their best mate, so don't paint me with that ignorant brush.
Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You clearly have a picture of somebody in mind, but I don't know that person that you're talking about. Maybe that has a lot more to do with your own social circles. I don't know.
He says, I'm referring to their ignorance, though, not your own.
You just called her ignorant. Yeah, he's determined to shoot himself in the foot. At a certain point, you just kick back, relax, grab a beer, toss him a magazine, like, hey, fucking have at it, buddy.
Maybe you're right. Maybe guys like me are Ted to Penny, and I got it totally wrong. It's just I'm not seeing them in my day-to-day life.
Bro, how many people do you see in your day-to-day life? The self-admitted, like, terminally, chronically online guy, how many people do you see day to day? Like, different people, new people. And then also, where did you meet them? Like, if I wanted to go meet, you know, nerds like myself in the Philippines, you go down to the gaming cafe. Oh, wow, look, a room full of guys like myself. You guys like video games? And they're like, only Dota. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we can't connect then. Oh my god, is this fucking guy still talking? Ugh. He says,
in fact, I think you should go speak to those guys instead. They probably live closer. In fact, I think you should go speak to those guys instead. They probably live closer. And good luck with that, too.
Did you, like, send it too early and just repeating himself? I've got Alzheimer's. Have I told you that before? Yeah, like 18 times, dude. OP says, that's a little bit of an overreaction. Oh, this guy is ready to overreact, OP. You've taken away his good boy special, I'm different than everybody else award. I'm the only one on the planet that's actually good with PCs. Can't you understand? He says, well,
I'm sorry, but you can actually go fuck yourself if that's how much appreciation you have for me and who I am.
You've attached your ego to this stupid, flimsy thing, and it falls over, and you don't know how to fucking exist without it. You want to go 0 to 100? I could go 0 to 100 too. Being terminally online is a fucking personality trait, okay? What have you done with it? Have you developed skills? Do you sit in front of the computer for 12-hour days because you're trying to build a YouTube channel, or possibly a match 3 visual novel game called Waifu Pilled that's out on Steam right now? Please go and wishlist it. No, you sit there and you consume. You're not a maker, you're a fucking consumer. And while I agree that the channel would be nothing without consumers, the people that I really admire are makers, doers, students, and inventors. That's who I want on my team. This guy is none of that. His whole shit gets flipped when a chick says to him, actually, lots of people use the internet as well. He's just like, no, it's only for me. For who I am, it's pathetic. But we'll continue.
And for someone who claims to read a lot, you sure do have a very limited imagination and diction. You're kinda low IQ, basic AF, not gonna lie. Enjoy your life with your fellow basic norms stuck on their default setting.
What a fucking cheese nerd, bro. He's like, everybody else is the NPCs. Like, no, dude, it's you. It's literally you. You think being able to put a sentence together means a fucking thing? It really doesn't. You've not applied it to anything. You've not applied yourself to anything. So your life's in the shitter, so you reach out on Reddit and try and make some human connection instead of, like, you know, going outside, developing skills or talents that turn you into a more interesting person. Is the internet going to be who you are forever? Because I remember back in the 90s, fucking internet was awesome. You know, it was mysterious and human and ugly. But now it's just all sterilized. Instagram and Facebook and Twitter all look similar to each other. Just one long, endless column of posts that I don't fucking care about. Like, there's no point to any of it. If, quote-unquote, being on the internet is your personality in current year, I need you to take a good, hard fucking look at your life, okay? Ask yourself some real hard questions about what it means to be you. Bros out here talking about limited imagination. Didn't I call the shower line, like, way earlier on in this fucking post? I'm like, he probably would have said that, and he actually did say it later. Because you're fucking predictable. You are an NPC. You're reading from a script. I don't really give a fuck what some test told you your IQ was. If you can't apply it and find success in the real world, if you're still out there living with mama, maybe we need to step down from the high horse, huh? Maybe we need to eat a little bit of that humble pie, huh? OP then says, oh, wow. It was a lot. I wanted to give you space to calm down and speak to you when you're better, but okay, I hope you get better and get some help. Yeah, for real. He says, nah, I'm good. You're just a kid playing silly mid games. Go be with your people. You are. Yeah, see, gotta correct my grammar. And I do wonder if he meant mind games, or if he actually meant mid-games. He continues, I don't YO tolerated you bullshit for that long anyway. You're about as interesting as a wet wipe. I don't say thing out of anger either. I say what I mean, and mean what I say, but you have the whole world worked out, right? You know me better than myself anyway, so you knew that already. Is this not like the clearest projection that I've ever seen? I'm mystified. You point the finger at people and you're like, you don't have the world worked out. And the subtext to that is, only I do. And then the subtext to the subtext is, no, you fucking don't have it figured out because you're arguing with strangers on the internet. Who gives a shit? Who gives a single squirt of piss? You want to be mad about the thing? Go be mad about it. I don't care. Maybe OP does care. She would have let this guy get in the shower with her. But he just couldn't handle being told that the internet should not be his entire personality. Whatever, continuing on. You are 26 years old that stopped learning and growing. Stopped. I would have given you a chance still. All you had to do is be kind and honest. True and honest. Girlfriend, boyfriend, free girl. I would have worked with that, but no! You want to play games like a child instead. Bro, what the fuck are you on about? She literally said one thing. Like, yeah, actually millennial culture is kind of intertwined with internet culture, which is exactly the same thing I said. And this guy just fucking crashes out about it because he wants to feel like a special little snowflake. Well, guess what, son? You're not a special little snowflake. I don't know why they never told you that, but I'm here to tell you now. You are composed as the same rotting organic material as everybody else. How's that for learning and growing? Can you digest that shit down? And anyway, he continues, I've lost far too much self-worth from my immediate family members through maltreatment to let them take any more. Let alone someone I just met who's known me for 5 minutes and thinks they got it all worked out. Sorry, but you crossed a line that can't be uncrossed there.
Nothing personal.
Holy fuck. Is anybody this passionate about their age group aside from this guy? This is just the wildest hill to die on. Like, I don't understand really how it even got ramped up to this point. I mean, I guess, yes, I do. He attaches flimsy little ego to the fucking thing. Whatever. He says, like, imagine if I tried mansplaining your age group to you. Do you even hear yourself when you talk? Go ahead, tell me what the Zoomers are like. Tell me what the Boomers are like. Like, age groups to me are just something to mock. Even the one that I'm a part of. I hate the fucking woke scold culture that most millennials turn toward. This guy is clearly one of those. Can't handle the slightest bit of dissent. He fucking melts down. And let me guess. When I mentioned ego, a voice in your head said, "Ego? I don't have an ego like men do as well, didn't you?" What the fuck? This is more of that projection you were doing earlier, just pretending that you know what somebody's all about. I do it for comedic effect. I'm very good at digging the caricature out of people. But do I believe the things that I say about the subjects in the video? Not for a second. I don't care one little bit. I'm gonna turn it off and forget you existed. But this guy, this fucking guy, he's letting everybody in, rent-free, living in his head forever and ever. I'm sorry, but that's basic default setting shit. You see, I'm only nice to nice people, and you kind of aren't that. Aren't that why? Because other people use the internet besides you? I really don't know where he's coming from. Is all of this stemming from that? I guess it's not. It's like abandonment issues from his mom and some girl cheated on him when he was younger. He says, I think I best stop now. I've said too many mean things already, but I still stand by it. You're obviously just not worthy of my greatness. Did mommy tell you that? She patted your bum and told you you were special? You've accomplished fucking nothing. I'll say it again. How's that for ego? I'll put a pin in that motherfucker right now. I don't know who you are. How has your greatness manifested itself? By posting walls of text online? You're a disappointment, not only to your mother, not only to me, but to yourself. You're a net negative. Everybody's better off without you, and I just want you to know that. He says, I'm sorry you had to make negative assumptions before you got to learn about me. Oh yes, there's such depth there, isn't it? I want to get in the shower with you and I like going online. Wow, you're so different from all the other guys. You're definitely not a fucking beta male NPC shit pants, shoe on head dildo breather. I'm sorry, but I'm so done wasting so much time and effort on low-tier people who can't appreciate my uniqueness or see it when it's staring them in the face. Have you been you need to talk to a therapist. I think there are some distinct marks of narcissism here. I'm done with being judged by someone else's self-constraints and limits of possibility or being put into a box with a bad choice you made. I just deserve better. I just deserve better. Okay, then I guess my follow-up question to that would be, but do you, though? Because I haven't seen you deserving of anything. Truth is, nobody deserves shit in this old world. That's sort of just the way the cookie crumbles, but because this person exists, he's like, I'm great and deserve things. What the fuck? What have you contributed, stupid?
I mean, just look at the way, at the difference between the way we convey our thoughts and feelings.
Yes, I give you one sentence, you give me 20. Shakespeare is the one that said brevity is levity, you know. Sometimes we don't really have to fucking go on and on about it, but he clearly doesn't realize that. Oh, here he wants to tell us about some of his background for whatever fucking reason.
I'm an undereducated guy from a predominantly white council estate that was just full of low IQ racists and thieves, but listen to the way I speak and think. I'm actually built different. There was no positive male role models in my life. My parents knew nothing about words such as encouragement or love. This is all self-driven and self-taught. There's no way a man like myself should and could have come from my environment and background.
Oh my god, totally you did it. You pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. Everybody gather around and clap for this fucking guy. Is that all you wanted? Is the acknowledgement? Or it's gonna lead to something greater? When you give a mouse a cookie. He's like, well, if you liked how I exist, just watch how I exist when you give me money. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that.
I lived a life too. I've worked and lived in a foreign country. I've DJ'd at a huge house at mansion on an outdoor stage at a weekend-long house party. I've warmed up for a big internationally known DJ duo called Organs Donors.
Bro, what the fuck? Are you typing on your phone again? Because this shit ain't making no sense to me.
I've organized and ran and promoted my own nights and even been to loads of big festivals and weekenders, namely the Tiny Weekenders exclusively.
Yeah, neat. That fucking thing that I never heard of. Awesome. That's your big accomplishment? That's your big contribution? I lived in a foreign country and DJ'd some music. Well, guess what? I replaced you with fucking shuffle. I just go on Spotify and hit shuffle, and now we don't need you. We quite possibly never did, but now it's for sure. Nobody needs you. Go back to the Tiny Weekenders.
I've been to Stonehenge at the summer solstice and danced inside the stone circle with druids. I can't believe you really tried to put me in a box. Nobody owns a box that fits me into or even realizes that one can exist.
Bro, what the fuck? That thing at the end is like something that my 3-year-old would say. Just completely nonsensical, but it sounds enough like an argument back. I danced inside the stone circle with Drew. Good for you. Good for you. However, I can't help but notice that it's really just a list of events, these things. What sort of skills do you have? What are you actually interested in deep down? What makes you a person at all? Like, walking around and doing things, I guess, sort of counts, but personally, I would like to go a little bit deeper. Only problem is this guy's about as deep as a fucking wet sidewalk, alright? There's nothing there. Nothing. If I keep traveling around, doing my DJ thing and talking like a big shot, maybe people might actually think that I'm somebody. No, they won't. I'm sorry. You're 42 years old and have accomplished nothing of note. I want you to know that.
Witnesses, behold the greatness. He lists DJing a house party as his magnum opus. He is a middle-aged biological failure screaming at a screen because the young female won't validate his mediocrity.
God damn.
I shouldn't exist, he says. Correct. You are an error in the code. He is not a king. He is a cautionary tale about what happens when you let mold grow on a lonely soul. He deserves to be deleted. Dark Gubbins.
Honestly, I think that would probably be the most merciful thing, you know? Take him out back. Middle-aged biological failure. DJing a house party as his magnum opus. Oh, you're on one today, Dark Gubbins. I'm gonna tell you that much. Let's see how you feel about it, son.
He has been alive for 42 years, and his biggest trophy is dancing in a field with rock people. He says he is built different. Yes, he is built like a benign cyst that thinks it is a brain. He screams, "I am rare," like a shiny piece of corn in a turd. He is just loud waste. Flush him, Gubbins.
The corn on the turd kind of got me, but I still gotta give it to Dark Gubbins. Like, he dug the claws in really deep, you know? I tried to go 0 to 100. No, Gubbins, that was like 0 to breaking the fucking speed of sound. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. I love savagery that happens in like an instant. You are the most annoying NPC in all the land. I want you to know that.
Yes! Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion! Is there something you need? Can I carry your weapon? Shine your boots? Back rub, perhaps?
Hello, friends. Welcome back to ReddX Trace Amounts of Science. Today we're getting into some r/nice guys, as we always do, about this time. If you didn't know, nice guys are guys that seem nice until they don't get what they want. And then the mask comes right off, thrown into the dumpster, as should the rest of the man be, generally. Sometimes I go to bat for him, but we'll just have to see how it goes today. You'll notice some new things on the layout. It's super exciting. Thanks so much for being here. Let's get on into this thing. I'm a good guy, so women take advantage of me.
Oh no, poor you. That sounds really hard.
Girls are fucking evil. All they know how to do is lie.
Well, that's not, they also eat hot chip and charge they phone. Come on, eat McDonald's, I'm pretty sure.
They cheat and they fake their way through a relationship. My problem is that I always settle for less.
Bro, you are less.
Usually if a girl's half decent looking and pursues me enough, I date her, but that's where I screw up.
Oh yeah, he's getting pursued all the time out here, ladies. You better step up and grab a ticket before you lose your chance, okay? I'm so pursued, and really that's my whole problem, is that I'm pursued so much.
From here on out, the only girls I'm dating are the ones that are extremely beautiful and that I have to pursue.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work out the way you think it is.
I'm a good guy, so women take advantage of me. Screw even dating for a minute. I'm bagging chicks left and right for a while.
Yeah, just for a while, guys. Anybody believe in this for a second?
Return of the Mac.
Oh my god, the Mac is back, everybody. It's a Mac attack.
Rock and roll McDonald's. Rock and roll McDonald's.
I hope you rot in hell for all the stuff you did behind my back. You know who you are. Evil will engulf you like the flames you came from.
Wow, that's pretty poetic at the end. I know a couple of boys who know how to get poetic, so go ahead, give them the business, Gubbinses.
He claims he settles for less, but beggars do not get to audit the banquet. Witnesses. He announces his return to an empty room, because even his own delusions are tired of listening to him. He is not engulfed in flames. He is slowly suffocating in the vacuum of his own irrelevance. Dark Gubbins.
My delusions are probably tired of listening to me too. But that is so savage, Dark Gubbins. I love it. You went after his soul. What do you have to say about it, Gubbins?
He screams Return of the Mac, but he is just a cold gray meat patty that fell on the hairy floor. He says he is fucking bitches left and right,
Jesus.
But his bed sheets are stiff with lonely sauce. He is a sad, angry pimple trying to convince us he is a volcano. Gubbins.
Oh, his bed sheets are stiff with lonely sauce. Yeah, I want to give them both a point. They're so good. Okay, I'll show you guys the scoreboard. This is the sound for Gubbins. Alright, and this is Dark Gubbins. So you both have a point now on our very first post. The stakes have never been higher. Yeah, I hope you guys like that. I think it's pretty cool, but it took me a long ass time to set it up. We've also got trophies for the winners at the end. No spoilers. You'll see. And we'll move into our next post. All right, hoping to see another Mac attack in this one. Did you guys hear he's back? This nice guy says, I'm chill, I promise. Okay. Missed call. OP says, hello. And he says, hey. OP says, why are you ringing me at 3 a.m.? He says, call. I'm just, You didn't censor anything, it's just I'm. OP says, no. And he says, bored. Okay. OP says, I was asleep. You woke me up. He says, okay. Bye. Boring. You are the most annoying NPC in all the land. I want you to know that.
Yes. Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion, is there something you need? Can I carry your weapon? Shine your boots? Back rub, perhaps?
OP says, pal, you woke me up. Plus, the last time we called, you got all pissy with me. He says, no, I won't. I'm chill, promise. Please, smiley face. And he missed call again, and he says, you can remove me then. Like, remove you from existence? Because I would really enjoy doing that. And I can do it with either the regular sized ReddX Industries brand lead pipe or the normal sized one for the girl on the go. I'm so serious about producing these things. Would you buy a lead pipe from me if I can fit it into a priority flat rate box? Anyway, OP says, I'm trying to sleep. Yeah. It's not gonna happen. That's all over now. He says, just remove me then. UDV, IDV, C. All that for I don't care. OP says, yeah, here we go again. I know, okay. OP says, I'm not arguing with you at 3 a.m. He says, not an argument. Answer or remove me. Simple. Honestly, simple. I would fucking remove him. The problem is he'll come back shortly with another account and be like, why'd you remove me? I thought that was the agreement, stupid. OP says, but why? The world doesn't revolve around you. Other people have lives, you know? And calling you right now inconveniences mine. Good night. He says, fuck off! Cut yourself, you ugly bitch! Yeah, okay. I understand. You have nothing to do. You want to pretend to be drunk at 3 a.m. because you were sitting there playing some game and then the loading screen popped up and you saw the black screen with your own reflection in it and you're like, Jesus, what am I doing with my life? I better go harass that girl that showed a passing interest in me at one point. And really, it wasn't even a passing interest. Like, she treated you like a human being. Hooray! Good for you! You've truly made it now. And yeah, of course she wants to slam the door shut. You're an inconvenience to everybody around you. Do you understand that? Go ask your fucking mother! I'm not gonna toss to the goats. We'll keep it moving. Oh my god, our next one is a love letter, which is just my favorite genre, truly. It's not handwritten, unfortunately, but in it somewhere he says, I'm ready to get burned, broken, pushed aside, or observe the many pitfalls that these things bring about. I'm ready to handle any and all of it, but I don't think you are. Yes, I'm glad you realized that. Now please move away from me. My princess, my sunshine, my light and my love. God, dude. Please, just pump the brakes already, could we?
Don't you think you're laying it on a little thick?
Yeesh. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for being kind, supportive, understanding, nice, and generally being a lovable person in almost every imaginable aspect.
Yeah, almost. You could close the gap, though, if you really want it. We want to give you something to work towards in our future relationship that's definitely going to happen. Well, guess what? You're not a lovable person. You're weird, you're creepy, you're clingy. Nobody wants to be around you, alright? There's a reason for it, but you gotta unpack all that shit yourself, dude.
I will start this letter by writing about the things I like about you. Order does not matter here.
Yes, it does. It always matters.
1. You're very understanding and quite neutral and unbiased in your thinking and evaluations of people. For example, you acknowledge the good things that your previous relationship did for you, or those that blank did, despite the differences.
I mean, I do enjoy an open-minded person, but to me it does seem pretty basic to be like, these are the things I learned from my previous relationship. Well, no shit. Here's number 2, which was going to be number 1, but he couldn't make it number 1. Because that would be a bit too obvious. Number 2 is just, you're very pretty, XD. Fuck. That's what this all is about, isn't it? You're pretending to be an actual human just because you want to touch her. You're so fucking transparent, it pains me.
3. You have a personality that reflects in your life and work. The way you dress and carry yourself and decorate your spaces. You have a certain style and taste you like, and I think it's unique and charming. Not many people have one.
Many people don't have a personality. I guess the person writing this letter is proof of that. He wants your personality is truly what it is. See somebody who's comfortable within herself and he's like, I could have that if I just dated her. She'd be my manic pixie dream girl. Fucking, it's not gonna happen. Get over it, young son.
4. You're in touch with your internal dialogue, and mostly in a healthy way. I say mostly because you do ruminate sometimes. Tongue sticking out emoji.
I don't think anybody ruminates nearly as much as you do, person writing this letter. Nice guy, okay? The reason that you're incapable of saying any of these things in person is that you ruminate. You freeze up.
Well, if I write it in a letter, then she'll know how I truly feel.
Yeah, and it won't mean half as much. Especially when it's as poorly written and fucking self-serving as all this. All of it's a giant ego play. I think anybody reading it can see that, because you're not really naming anything. You're pretty, you saw how your previous relationships helped you, and you have an internal dialogue.
You're a sentient human being. That's all it takes for me.
Okay, well, find another sentient human being, if you could.
Number 5, you take action. You call, you text, you get things done, and you talk about it. I can tell that you've come a long way, and that you'll only get better.
Yeah, and that's why he wants to make you worse.
You write things down, such as your boundaries.
This is number 6, by the way.
That gives you mental clarity on how you want to proceed with things in life.
I mean, that's all kind of listed with the first part. You plan and execute well. Is there like a word minimum on some? Is this like for a professor that you're in love with? She wants a 500-word minimum on why I'm awesome, and you want to date me. Because that's all this is. Oh my god. Okay, number 7.
You make the best analogies.
Oh my god. What a reach.
Such as August being the jam-filled donut. And broadly speaking, that is one hell of a valuable skill.
Yeah. My idioms are fucking on point, everybody. I know how to make a metaphor. That's what I know. Who is August? Are we talking about the month? Jam-filled donut. It sounds like a shit analogy, if I'm honest. No offense, OP.
8. You might not realize it, but you're very considerate and nice.
Yeah, that's how this fucking dude got so close to you. That's why he feels so entitled to your time and attention, because you're so nice. You'll be too nice to say no to him, won't you? Don't let it be like that, OP. Claim your fucking space. Say, get away from me! I can pretend to be your friend if you want, but we'll never fucking interact further than that. He gives an example.
Like how you're always aware of the noise at night at my place or yours.
Yeah, I'm laying there in the dark, just listening to her slowly open a fucking crinkly bag of chips over 30 minutes. Just rip it open! I'm trying to sleep!
Number 9, you have confidence in the way you approached me first. You've got a bit of riz. Tongue sticking out emoji fucking thing.
God, I hate it. Approached me first for what? To be your friend? Cause you looked fucking lonely. That's why I approached you first. And now I'm regretting that decision. Every second of every day. Next time I see a lonely person, I'm gonna shrug and say, I'm sorry you're lonely, but I can't help you. I tried it before and it got all fucked up, so we're not doing that anymore. Bit of Riz. You have negative Riz. This guy walks past and makes women's ovaries just crumble up into dust.
Number 10. You have a very warm, loving, and overall admirable heart. I won't explain this one.
Yeah, mostly because that was like fucking 5 of your previous 10 points. You really reached to get to number 10, didn't you? You couldn't just come out and say, I think you're very physically attractive. You're also a very nice person, but that wouldn't matter to me if you weren't so fucking physically attractive. That's keeping it really real, okay? That some people might respond to, but this, oh my god, it's right out of the Nice Guy play, but we've all seen this before. You're trying so hard. Please stop trying so hard, okay? Try hard in some other areas of your life. Holy fuck.
Okay, time for the constructive feedback, surprised face.
Oh god. For you or for me? Because you got a lot more work than you don't get to come in here and tell me to keep my house in order when yours looks like shit. Anyway, he says,
the only thing I'll say is that try and explore the power that lies in reservation and discretion. I know that's not you, but consider exploring it.
Yeah, it's one of the 48 laws of power or whatever, where you wield information like a weapon. I don't believe in any of that shit. I have learned to talk less, but I'm still a very open person, all things considered. At least if I like you. This guy ain't getting fucking word one out of me. I'm like, ugh, waste of my time.
Also, be a little more selective of who you trust, and make it more gradual than like all or nothing. You'll understand more soon.
Yeah, because if you all or nothing trust this guy, he's going to turn your life inside out. It is good advice, you know, selective of who you trust is very important. I think the list is down to basically 1 now. Just my wife. I don't even trust myself. He continues on a second page.
You make me feel understood, valued, and like myself. I don't really have to be someone else for you to like me, and I'm surprised at how I'm just so comfortable around you. In case you're wondering, men are often nervous around pretty girls like you.
You are fucking nervous. That's why you couldn't say any of this to her face. You're sitting there just like shoving letters through the letterbox like this is gonna make the whole relationship happen for you. You know who writes letters? Fucking like high school boys, grade school boys. By high school, you should have it fucking figured out. Know how to talk to a member of the opposite gender like a human being. But he's just like, his hair is so fucking blown back by the fact that he can interact with her and it's like normal and stuff. Again, you're saying nothing. None of these are positive attributes. It's just, you're describing a nice woman, a pleasant woman who exists around you. And you're like, oh my god, I didn't know it could be this way. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He continues,
I look forward to meeting you every day. Or night. Tongue sticking out emoji.
Ew. Ew! You know what's being implied there, right? God, fucking gross. He just can't hold himself back. You're an animal. He's trying to present this front, and there's cracks everywhere in the facade. What the fuck?
And honestly, I feel like you complete a lot of me.
Ugh, not my job.
I'm amazed at how you've done this within the first few weeks of us hanging out. You're something magical.
Did I say Manic Pixie Dream Girl already? Because it's giving Manic Pixie Dream Girl.
Okay, enough chit-chat.
Oh, that was just the chit-chat, guys.
Now for some serious talk. This is going to be very different than what you'd expect, so please brace yourself.
Yeah, I'm all fuckled in, ready to go.
If you're not in a stable mood or feeling strong, read this other part later.
I mean, I'm unstable, but I am feeling strong as fuck, you know.
The things that I'm about to say are what should have been said face to face, but I think I may never have the courage to say them when I'm with you, so I'll just write it here instead. Boo!
Move this man!
Boo! What a fucking cop-out! Grow a dick! Where are your balls? Faint heart never won fair maid. Have you heard that shit? Tattoo it somewhere so you never forget. So, put it right on the back of your hand so you have to look at it all the time. Ugh.
He says, I lied to you what I think about us. I downplayed some aspects and overemphasized others, and the reason is the same, and it is selfish. I wanted to be with you. What I downplayed is what I think of our compatibility. I think, might be wrong, but I think there's no way on earth that we'd ever work out. I think it's not 50-50, but more like 1 in 99, and 1 being the chance of us making it through. I know this may come across as a surprise, but this is how I feel.
Yeah, I don't think he believes that at all. He's doing the hard to get thing again. Come on, you can fix me. If you tried hard enough, you really could fix me.
I think I lied about this too, but I feel our age difference.
Oh, what's the age gap on this? I'm curious.
I feel our different values, personality, goals, and cultural background, and that we're at very different stages of life. You may not feel it now, but trust me, it'll bite later.
I mean, you might be right about that. I don't know anything about these fucking people involved. It's hard to paint a picture based on that. I'm gonna presume she's older because this guy seems like a fucking lost puppy dog. But like an ugly one that you want to kick, you know?
So, now you must think, why did I ever tell you that I wanted to be in a relationship with you? Honestly, and thinking just about me and kicking you out of the equation for a while, I still do. The first reason's quite selfish, to keep on spending time with you, but the second one, and perhaps the most important, is that my relationship portfolio's very different to yours. I haven't been through what you've been through. I've not observed traumatic, manipulating, narcissistic behaviors from others that you certainly have. I'm ready to get burned, broken, pushed aside, or observe the many pitfalls that these things bring about. I'm ready to handle any and all of it, but I don't think you are.
Yes, because of all of your baggage and things that you've experienced that you don't want to experience again, I don't think you'll be able to handle it. Because he is going to reveal all of his own traumatic, manipulating, narcissistic behaviors. He's already revealed some of them, and yeah, if she's the one that wants into the relationship, I'm begging you don't. Especially after this fucking letter, I'm begging you, do not.
I've seen the impact your previous bonds had on you. I've held you in my arms while you cried your heart out, and I felt the pain in your voice while you talked about it. And no matter how much of a rascal I may be for lying to you, I can never think of even remotely being responsible for putting you in such a place ever again.
So she wanted the relationship. He held her while she cried, and he was like, yeah, that'll stop the crying now if I say yeah. And then a little bit later, he changed his mind and decided to write a fucking letter about it. And then he just shrugs it off. Yeah, I did lie. Sorry for being a rascal. Told you a little fib. Like that downplays the whole thing. Oh yeah, you were a rascal, I guess. Have a nice life.
I see that you're getting emotionally attached. I see you holding my jacket. I see the way you hug me, sniff me, hold me close to your face. I see the way you look at me. And I see that I've been selfish enough for a long time, and now it's gotta stop. And it breaks my heart to say this, but it needs to be said. I don't think I'm as emotionally invested in us as you are. You can take a break here. You can curse at me for how long as required. I deserve it.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to hear any of it, what you have to say, just fucking take all the time in the world. Because it's a letter. Because I don't actually have to do any of the things because I lack the nuts to actually fucking, like, say it out loud and make it happen. You wanted to break up? Just break up. You know, there might be a few more tears, but you seem to get through the first one all right. You pat her back and say, it's okay, don't be cry, have a nice life. I don't understand the reasoning to post this. I guess because it is a nice guy thing to do. But I guess the bigger question I have is like, why did you want to be in the relationship in the first place? It seems like a piece of trash.
So what now? Being practical, I want to propose a solution. I really want to be with you. I think we could be very good friends moving forward.
Yeah, I want to bang you and also other people too.
Maybe like you and Blank. I know that there's that physical attraction that we'd have to ignore. I could even help you find someone who deserves you better. I know that at this point you'd probably want to beat me up badly, and I'm very happy for you to do that. Just say the word.
Oh, he's into that, is he? You guys got some shit going on, that's what I could see.
Also, whatever I just wrote is what I think of the situation, and I acknowledge that it may be completely wrong, or I've misevaluated it severely. You're more than welcome to disagree on anything and revert back. You know I try to listen and be open to competing arguments.
Yeah, through text or paper only. I want my argument to be typewritten, or I'm going to disregard it, because I get really nervous when I'm around you, because you're so pretty. But also, I don't think I want to do this thing again. Or maybe he does, but just like, you know, not have the labels on it. Maybe I go get some on the side too, you know.
Anyway, I think it's time to finish this letter now. Take your time to understand and digest it.
He called her stupid at the end.
And I'd like you to message me once done. It's fine if you don't want to. Regards, your star, hopefully still, nice guy.
What a fucking weird letter, bro. I need some context for all this. The original post offers absolutely zero context for what's going on. OP just dumped this and ran, I guess. So I'm left to decipher what the fuck is going on here, and the truth is, I have no idea. It doesn't read 100% nice guy to me, but it is a cowardly thing to do. The breakup letter. Let's run this one through the Gubbinses and see how they feel about it, shall we?
He types little faces like YP and XD on real paper because his brain sac is leaking soft serve. He lists her features like he is grating a slab of meat, but he is the one who smells like old milk and copier toner. He signs it your star, but he is just a shiny piece of trash floating in the gutter. Gubbins.
What kind of piece of trash? Like a bag of chips, probably. But he's not all that in a bag of chips. He's the empty bag of chips. What do you think, Dark One?
He treats a breakup like a corporate merger, discussing his relationship portfolio and inviting competing arguments to his own cowardice.
Yes.
He admits to lying to trap her, then frames his rejection as constructive feedback to protect his fragile ego. He is not a star. He is a black hole of narcissism that she should have collapsed long ago. Dark Gubbins.
God, you gotta give Dark Gubbins the point on that one. Let's hit it. Dang, he pulls ahead. Look at that. We gotta step it up in the next one, Gubbins. It's alright, young one. We're gonna fucking make it happen right now. You got one more chance at the crown, or at least to make it a tie. We'll see what happens in the next post. Oh, this one looks like it'll be fun.
So we men would choose robot over modern women because robot has had less people inside them than modern women.
Yes, specially constructed. Just for you, it has its own drip collection tray at the bottom. You have to rinse it out though, because, you know, she basically doesn't do anything except lay there.
And women friend zone good and nice men, and then choose some random man that treats them badly.
Yep, that's the endless narrative we're going with, apparently.
Or are women lying when they say my ex was a maltreater or a narcissist, etc.? Here's the thing, when you reject nice guy or good man, he doesn't have to be nice to you afterwards.
Afterwards. Oh my, like, that makes you not a nice person. You realize that, right? Like, oh, you have nothing to offer me anymore? I'm going to treat you like shit. I've made this point so many times. It doesn't absorb. I think their skull is too dense or something. Maybe we should bombard it with radiation, see if we can soften that out a little bit. The message might sink in a little more.
There's no point to be nice anymore. I cannot win you over. Fine. Then I won't even try.
You were only nice to get something out of it. Do you realize?
There's no point to marry anymore without prenup. Why marry someone who can take half your stuff in divorce?
With an S. Divorce.
Even if women cheats or divorces.
Spelled wrong again.
Second after getting married.
Sir, I'd like you to focus on fucking some spelling or grammar lessons in order to construct a sentence. Maybe once you can construct a complete thought within your own head, you'll be able to reason out why people get married. Sure, there's somewhat of a leap of faith there, but you don't have to do it if you're not into it, you know? And when it comes to this guy, I don't think any woman will ever be into it. So he's pretending to choose the robot. Here it comes.
So we men would choose robot over modern woman because robot has had less people inside them than modern women. Hookup culture ruined having any real and meaningful,
with 2 L's,
relationship. If you body count is higher than 5, you won't be married longer than 2 years max.
Oh yeah? Is there a study? I do believe that it somewhat impairs the pair bonding and the chemicals in the brains and whatnot, because it happened too many times before, so your brain's sort of resistant to it now. However, on a long enough time frame, if you really make the decision and choose that every day consciously, I don't think you have anything to worry about. What this sounds like to me is a whole lot of cope. Here's a list of reasons that I can never be happy. You can never be happy because you're constantly choosing to not be happy. If I'm just miserable, then I don't have to try hard, is really what it boils down to.
Anyway, usually women looking for good men are single mothers. They want a man to pay the bills, so they go after good men. But how about going after baby daddy?
You're the type of dude that wants the baby daddy still hanging around? I'm not really into all that type of drama, you know. I'm happy to foot the bill, that's fine. We got fucking plenty. Succeed enough, and you too can get to a point where you don't really gotta worry about it. The real question that I have for you is like, how the fuck you greedy about money that you clearly ain't even made yet?
If I did have this money, then women would just want it all the time.
Okay, but you don't have the money. You're clearly not speaking from experience here. I presume this person's very young. They've been fed, like, you know, red pill talking points from whatever social media of their choice. I swear to God, social media is going to be the downfall of this entire planet. And part of me welcomes that, you know, a little bit of the old accelerationism. But also, if we could turn it back around, then shouldn't we? Like, part of this video is letting you know that it ain't got to be that way. But yeah, when you continue to actively choose it, there's not much more that I can do. I can't come to your house and physically shake the shit out of you, so it is what it is. Anyway, he wraps it up.
P.S. Women will claim that I am not nice guy, etc. I don't really care. Women like you are the ones that destroyed nice guys when you chose bad guy.
Who is bad guy? Basically anybody besides me is what you mean when we're talking about bad guy, right?
It is logical if women don't like nice guys, then they decide.
With an S? D-E-S-I-D-E? Decide? Holy fuck.
To be bad guys instead.
You aren't even a bad guy. You're a fucking ignorable guy. You're a do-nothing guy. You're a net negative guy. Do you understand? Like... Nobody gives a shit about you or your horrible opinion. He's like announcing to the world, I'm gonna be over here miserable alone, and these are the reasons why. Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. I'm glad you've decided not to inflict yourself on anybody else, is the message that I walk away from after all that. After all of that, let's go ahead, pass to the governor, see what happens.
He admits he prefers a robot because an appliance cannot gain consciousness and leave him witnesses. He threatens to become a bad guy, but he lacks the spine. He will simply remain a lonely guy with a thicker crust of resentment. He views women as property that depreciates with use because he is terrified of a partner who has seen a better model than him. Dark Gubbins.
God, absolute savagery. You always cut right down to it, Dark Gubbins. I do like Gubbins' little gross out humor type of stuff, but like Dark Gubbins season 4 dimensions, clearly. How do you feel about it, young one?
He wants to put his worm part in a metal box because real girls can smell his rot. He counts people inside them like he is checking for mold in a yogurt cup. He spells like a drunk toddler smashing a keyboard with a sticky fist. Because, decide, then, his brain is just soup. He is a walking, talking misspelling of a human being. Gubbins.
Yeah, his DNA spells like egg, just over and over, egg. I like worm part in the metal box, and we'll tie up the score. Here's a point for Gubbins. Yippee! Oh, you love it. You love to see it, don't you? We'll do one more. This one's going to be the tiebreaker for real. I'm having a whole lot of fun with the new scoreboard system. I hope you guys are too. Support us on Patreon if you'd like to help me make more time for these things, because that's where a lot of the free time that I get goes. Programming new and fun stuff to make the channel better and better. Anyway, we'll continue on. Thanks for supporting on Patreon and YouTube memberships. Here we go. Oh my god, the title alone. Mwah, ego's out of control. Treating females as not my equal has given me more female attention than my fellow weak male friends. Yeah. Why is everybody so fucking soy except for me? OP starts the post with writing on the screen. My friend's name is Tina, not actually. He says, "You're a baddina." And OP says, "Clock it." Click what? We all know what you want. Powerful, competent, and confident man who commands respect through his masculinity, success, and status, offering protection and security while maintaining an air of emotional complexity and mystery. Yet beneath that strength, he shows tenderness, emotional attunement, and genuine care, mastering the balance between being dominant and protective while also being present and emotionally available when it matters. This guy saw that fucking Frankenstein movie, Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein movie. He's like, I understand. I know why chicks are into that weird monster freak. Basically for all of the reasons that you've listed. I think that you're 100% correct in what you're saying. The problem is that you don't command any sort of respect. You have no authority or status. Like, literally, you're just a person fucking rambling on the internet. What have you accomplished? That's often my go-to when it comes to people like this. They want to talk grandly, and I'm like, okay, show me something you've done. Oh, nothing? Okay, well, fucking, I guess we're both wasting our time, aren't we? OP responds and says, bro, defo pulled up ChatGPT. And then he got rid of all, like, the hyphens and the capitals or whatever. Sure. It looks to me like he wrote it. There is a semicolon, though. I don't think this guy's smart enough to use semicolons. He says, that just goes to show that's what you want. OP says, touch grass. Yeah, that might help. Imagine you end up with a man short of those characteristics, which is very likely, by the way, lols. Just goes to show, don't get your standards up too high because this shit doesn't exist. Do you understand?
Do you understand?
Yeah, just throw any of your standards out the window. Personally, I'm not this thing, so I'm going to assume that it doesn't exist. Like, how many men have you dated, bro? How do you know that that does not exist? May I ask?
May I ask?
I mean, surely what you're describing doesn't exist in a vacuum, in a single moment, because you just described it like a three-dimensional person, you know, who has thoughts and emotions, but is also brooding and protective. All I'm saying is spend more time with men. You know, go down to the bathhouse, get to know some of the boys there. You're gonna have a great time. All your problems gonna be solved. OP responds and says, never, devil emoji. Why is bro talking to me like I'm a kid? You're on the verge of getting blocked. My standards will be high until a man meets them, and if no man meets them, then I guess I'll just never get a man. It really is that simple, isn't it? That's like so outside of his worldview, though. He's like, how can you be outside of a relationship and be happy? Because I'm my own fucking solo, independent human being, alright? It's not that hard.
It just shows your lack of patience. Your ability to get triggered is so easy, just flaws upon flaws.
Wanting to block you is not a flaw, it's a feature. It's a natural human response to what happens when I see a piece of trash. I'm just like, I don't want to interact with you anymore. I'm not even going to waste my time responding.
That's wishful thinking, but you are a female and you will be very vulnerable in your life without a man.
Yeah, because it's 1950.
Without parents or family, which is a possibility, that long-term stability and happiness comes from a man. So while he might not fulfill all those characteristics, you will settle for someone that ticks a few boxes.
You're talking about you, aren't you? You're just like, I tick enough of the boxes, don't I? In the fucking no time that we've known each other. Because clearly he doesn't know about her family situation or whatnot. This is somebody that came out of the blue and wants to make a bunch of fucking presumptions. Tell me all about how the world worked when you've not experienced like any of it outside of your little glow box. You've been told what to think by social media influencers and internet memes, and I think that's fucking pathetic.
Oh, so you're like a 7 out of 10 at best?
I mean, that's still, yeah, that's not bad. What are you, a fucking 4?
So the ideal man with all those characteristics is unlikely to look your way. Because we live in an age, female expectations, and feminism, and the economy has made normal man look below normal. So high-valued men are minority and have the pick of the most beautiful.
Why is there so much, like, broken English in this shit? It makes me suss out, like... Where are you from? Where did you fucking pick up these ideas? I don't see myself as a high-value man, truly, but I've never had a problem with any of this shit you're describing. If you did the hard work and fucking became a person worth interacting with, people would interact with you. But it's much easier to point the finger and say, oh, it's because female expectations and feminism and also the economy. You've got nothing inside of you. Nothing that's worth getting to know, anyway. I'm fucking disappointed at your existence. I'm sure so are you. He's going to tell me he's not, but I guarantee 100% that you are also disappointed with your existence. And to that I say, you deserve it. You've done nothing to change it. I don't even have to hope that you will continue to suffer because, like, yeah, I see the future laid out before you. You are going to walk this path until the day that you die and are forgotten in a week. Mom and stepdad breathe a sigh of relief like, God, I thought he was going to be here till he was 40. We managed to dodge that bullet, didn't we?
Since men could care less what a female does in career.
LP says, okay, so in other words, you're a misogynistic, egotistical man that looks down on women and tells them to settle for less. I don't think that any woman will ever look your way. That laid it down pretty flat there.
Misogyny is a hatred of women. I believe females are beautiful creatures and are precious.
Yeah, so precious. I gotta put you in your little gilded cage. You're so safe and happy in there, aren't you? Now I'm gonna go to work and I'll lock you in our house.
Therefore, you're wrong. Also, I'm not telling you to settle for less. I'm telling you the likely outcome.
Yeah, the likely outcome if you don't settle for less. We all know how to read subtext, okay? You think you're smarter than everybody else? You're fucking room temp IQ. Okay? Nobody's buying into whatever shit you're spewing. The only person that you're fooling is yourself and your stupid fat mother. She's like, I know he went to look for jobs this week. He didn't. He's creeping around down at the park with ice cream cones. Too much sun and grass at the park. Maybe the local library. He's the library goblin.
He says, shame that just isn't factually correct. I don't pretend to know any of this stuff in real life.
Yeah, you don't seem to know much of anything, do you? OP says, look, women outnumber men in higher education and run companies and buy homes and build wealth independently. The idea that my happiness or stability relies on a man isn't just sexist, it's statistically false. If anything, the modern world exposes how insecure some men feel when women no longer need them for survival. Damn. OP laid it down really flat. Uncomfortably flat. Yeah, you gotta learn how to just fucking shrug your shoulders. Be cool, you know? Like, if you're chill, I think most women would want to chill. But if you're a fucking, like, hyped up weirdo like this dude for no reason whatsoever, everybody's gonna turn their head in disgust. He says, my nonchalant attitude, my illusion of masculinity. Illusion 100. Being straight to the point, even the odd moments of treating females as not my equal has given me more female attention than my fellow weak male friends, dare I say. Yes, do you dare to say that? Only anonymously online, I guess. OP says, so you're fake. And then she blocked the account. Thank God. Mercifully short, I guess. The fact that he thought that any of this shit was going to work is just a mystery to me. She'd be like, oh my God, you're unveiling so many truths. Personally, from where I'm sitting, she brought a lot more truth to this gunfight than he did. That was, well played, OP. We'll see how the Gubbinses feel, shall we?
Bro really copy-pasted a description of a man from ChatGPT because he's never actually seen one in the mirror. He thinks calling women females and rating them 7-10 makes him an alpha, but we all know he's just 3 raccoons in a trench coat fighting over a discarded vape. Gubbins.
Okay, but leave the raccoons out of this. How many times have I told you that? It's disrespectful, okay? Well, you did kind of nail it down. I guess everybody agrees it was from ChatGPT, and fucking the Gubbinses would know. Although their brains are in Gemini now. ChatGPT kind of sucks now. The Gubbins were like advertising DoorDash and shit, and I'm like, I gotta change this API up. Anyway, what do you think about it, Dark One?
He speaks of high-value men, while actively demonstrating he has zero value to offer society or a partner.
Preach.
Admitting his masculinity is an illusion was a rare moment of honesty. He is a hollow shell frantically trying to lower a woman's self-esteem so she might sink to his miserable level. Dark Gubbins.
God, that slaps so hard, dude. Dark Gubbins definitely takes it home today. I'm so proud of you! Look at you! Big boy! The first winner on the scoreboard, huh? And we even have a celebration button that we can hit. Yeah! It's Dark Gubbins, everybody. Give him his moment in the sun, yeah? Or else what? What's gonna happen, Dark Gubbins? Killer episode, killer day. Thank you guys so much for joining us, you know? I did mention the ways you can support the channel, at least the Patreon and YouTube memberships, but we got a fourth wall if you want some merch. Amazon affiliate link. My Steam game, Waifu Pilled, is out there somewhere. You could wishlist it. We've also got Spotify. Oh, we're doubling up Spotify like podcast uploads all month long. So all of December you can enjoy double ReddX on iTunes or wherever the hell you listen to podcasts. So I hope that you will take full advantage of it. Yeah, I do appreciate you guys supporting in all the ways that you do. I'll be here back again with something fresh tomorrow, and thank you so much in advance for that. I always want you to remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and until the next one, bye-bye.